I guess. Look at that.
I got to tell
You
you,
were right, by the way. You got that one.
yeah. No, I felt strong. I felt strongly about that last night. By the way, superstars, and I know he's young. I think he's great for the NBA. Can't say enough about anybody that not a Victor Wembanyama fan has got to have something wrong with him if you like the NBA. For him to bounce back as the leader of that team and the way he started last night, I mean, he set the tone and they went on and just 27-point win. And we'll get into all that stuff. Hey, Woody, yesterday I got to talk about the weather for just a second. So it's pouring down here in Dade County, pouring. I mean, when we got here at one point, we're looking at like it's coming off we're watching it come off the roof into by the windows, and it looks like there's 42 inches of rain. You know how we get this rain comes down for a couple hours in the summer, and you're like, holy smokes, man. It's like their state's trying to get that. Their California would die for like 2 hours of our rain. So I'm driving up there, and something just made me call because I was going to play tennis. And I was waiting for the lady to say, yeah, Joe, not today, man. The courts are flooded, and we won't be playing for 3 hours. And that, of course, is only if it doesn't rain again. So, oh, no, it's dry up here. I had to made a run for it, man. And sure enough, no problems up there. It was crazy. Just at the end of the day, what I'm really saying is it doesn't matter where you are. Like it can be this crazy place down here. It can be raining in like Miami Shores, and it can be in Plantation, absolutely beautiful. It's just drive 20, 25, 30 minutes, and it's like a different place. All right. Hey, we got a lot of stuff going on. Baseball regionals in Gainesville for the Canes, getting started with Troy, and if they win, and I know a lot of people already looking ahead. Of course, the Gators play Ryder and should win that game. And then tomorrow, there they go again. The Canes and the Gators will play. Marlins and Mets start 3. Max Meyer on the mound, who has been really good. By the way, they got some great stories on this team. And I know the record's not where, and they let one get away in Toronto, which really just totally outplayed them. And we got one of those 2-1 losses. Ton of guys getting thrown out on the bases and all those things. But Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, Liam Hicks, that's actually the first 3 pitchers in the starting rotation, including Max Meyer, who pitches tonight, off to a great start. 5-0 start for him. I mean, ERA at a 2.52. Just a lot of good numbers going on. A lot of good things happening. Right now, Otto Lopez hitting 342, leads the league in hits, batting average. He's just been unbelievable what he's done as a shortstop for the Marlins. What a great start for him. We've got a bunch of other stuff. By the way, congratulations. It looks like Messi, after all these messy stories we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, going to a 6th World Cup. He's going to be healthy enough to play. He and Rodrigo de Paul, also his teammate, will join him on the team in Argentina. It's his 6th World Cup. Woody, and we're talking all day. Dan Day's with us today as well, and great to have him always. Nobody does more than all day Dan Day. Name very well deserved for sure. So the Mets, man, is 6th World Cup. They play every 4 years. That's 24 years of being good enough, and still you've seen what he does. What did they say? He's going to be 39 here pretty soon. Still playing at a really high level. So he's going to be a big part of that team that won the World Cup here 4 years ago, and see what happens there. I guess Ronaldo's also getting ready to play for Portugal, representing my people over there for his 6th trip over there as well. That's amazing. It really is, man. It is an amazing story and everything about him. I had a great talk, Woody, before he got here. All day Dan Day went to that crazy game that we were talking about that got everybody fired up and what's behind it and all these things. And listen, I think it's pretty obvious. We were talking about Jimmy Butler, and they had different rules for Jimmy, and some teams do have different rules for superstars. I understand that. Don't always like it. I think it's bad, but I'm also old school. But Messi definitely got his own rules too. And I agree. When I found out Messi doesn't talk to the media, and I'm thinking, you're telling, and this is the only thing. I'm not bothered by Messi not saluting the fans and all that stuff, just for the record. And I know those 3,000 or 4,000 fans. What do they call them again all day? What do you call those fans? They got a
The
name.
Familia.
Yeah. There you go.
You knew that. Come on.
No,
now.
not well, high maintenance, what I call them. Anyway, so they want to, they want to be acknowledged, and I get it. Like, hey, we've been here, and I'm guessing they feel the team could do more for him. We've been with you before he even got here, and we are behind. Told you we're going to be your fans forever and your season ticket holders, and we're going to be the most loyal, and we're going to be there win or lose. We're going to leave no matter how bad or how good it is, and we're always going to go, it's our team. That's all that matters. And we do have fans like that in every sport, and it's great. It's great to have, and I know teams appreciate it. Front offices appreciate it, and so does ownership. The one thing that bothers me, only because I'm on this side of the business, and I know Messi only speaks Spanish, so take me out of the whole thing here for just a second, because I'm never going to have a conversation with him. But for all those Spanish media members that go out there, and as far as that goes, even Michelle Kaufman, who is one of the sweetest, best human beings we have. I mean, she's unbelievable. Anybody ever says anything bad about Michelle Kaufman, they have serious issues that they need to get counseling and find out why they have it, because she is. But you're telling me, and I get the team says, hey, man, you're here to play. We'll take care of everything else. We want your family to be comfortable and you to play these games and still make a lot of money. And he doesn't have all the pressure on him that he's had every other place, where you lose and fans are mad and throwing stuff and screaming because they're so passionate about their sport. And it can be tough. I get it when you're that good. And what Messi's gone through in his career, whether he's had great years or he's had a couple rough years overseas where it didn't go real well. And they didn't do well with it because they wanted to see the great Messi, even as he started on the downside of his career. But the one thing Messi can do that I would recommend the team take care of, this is after Woody hit me with this story. And I just get this out. We got a lot of stuff going on here today that has nothing to do with this, but this was fresh on my mind. Like, I don't care who Messi is, and he is maybe the greatest player of all time in soccer. You can't take a few minutes once a month to talk to local media. And I know you're bigger than life. I get it. I get you are bigger than life. And the DeMoss brothers, the owners of this team that have done everything to get him here. You telling me you can't talk to him and explain to him that you can't give media members a little bit of time? And I get, you can't give the people that cover you every day. We have a large Spanish population down here of people that love soccer and watch everything you do, whether they go to the game or not. You can't talk a little bit. You can't say a few things. I'm not talking once a week or you're going to get fined by the league and all that. I get they don't have those rules. But it is amazing. That's it. I don't care if his job during the game is to play. If he wants to, clap and look at everybody, great. And if you don't, you're having a bad day or you had a bad game, you storm off like, I don't care. I really don't. They're here to watch you play. And you're playing. And listen, we used to bitch when you couldn't play and they weren't very good about telling everybody whether the communication was terrible. Fans were going to games and you led them to believe Messi was going to play when he wasn't going to play, and shame on you. And I think you learned from that. But the other thing is, like, come on. I know you're great. I know you're better than anything we've ever had here in town. Really. I'm being serious. LeBron, Danny, all of them. What you do in your sport's greater than what anybody else has done. It's not even up for debate. But you can't talk while you're here. We're paying you set. I don't know what percentage, but you're with everything together and allowing you to play in this league that you're playing. It's not like some of the other leagues you played in past years. You can't take a few minutes occasionally You in that much of a hurry to get out of there after a practice, or don't come a little early and talk? 5 minutes? Crazy. Different times, man. Different times. Hey, we got a lot of other stuff to get to. Got some great stuff that I wanted to share from Zach Sealer. I know there's a lot of talk with OTAs going on and veteran players and leadership. Boy, we've hit it all here. And what areas of the team look good and what areas are going to struggle, and is it enough, and what's it going to look like, and it's growing pains right now, and the passing game. I get it. I saw it. I saw a lot of the stuff. All legit questions. All. I have great respect for the leaders and the guys that are on this team right now, and I feel good they're going to be here, but I hope so. I think Brewer is unbelievable at center and what he's done since he's been here as a leader. Jordan Brooks is unbelievable. So this leadership stuff, Zach Sealer's been a leader since he's been here, and if you watch him at all and you watch what he did with the 3 rookies last year, was unbelievable. A lot of their growth, besides Austin Clark, their coach, was also Zach Sealer. And asking him all these questions. He was there for him because he understood he's going to be playing next to him. He needed him, and he's great. He was great with him. He's been through the rough road. He appreciates it, and he understands. He understands what's going on, and he's been great. And so a lot of the growth of Grant, Phillips, and Biggers has to do with Zach Sealer. It's been great. He had one of the greatest quotes when he was talking to the guys. I saw it. I didn't hear it. I saw him talking. Did not get to hear him up close what he said, but I do want to share that with you here coming up. You talk about competition. We're hearing about quarterback competition around the NFL, and I see a lot on the Minnesota quarterbacks right now, and the things they're saying, and Atlanta's going through the same thing with Tua and the other quarterback and all these things, but it's really interesting because we're listening to everything everybody says right now. Like, oh, he doesn't sound like he's competing. Zach Sealer had one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. I've been listening to this forever. Like, oh, we got open competition. Yeah, it's going to be close. And hey, we respect each other, and you're trying to, you don't want to rip the other guy, and you don't want to, but you want to know, hey, we're playing together. And I just thought it was just outstanding while we're watching all this stuff. So anyway, we've got a lot of stuff. We got a Game 7. Wimby put on a great show last night, along with Harper and all the other guys on that team, all the other high first-round picks from having a bad team. Hey, have you noticed San Antonio's team? If you look, everybody was first round and one of the top 3 picks or 4 picks. And go, oh, that's right, they're really bad for a long time. We forgot. And they got a whole bunch of really good players. And I'll tell you what, San Antonio, I don't know if they're going to win this Game 7 in Oklahoma City or not, but they're going to be around a long time. And if there's one team that doesn't have to touch any part of it and can just say, let's run this thing back, it ought to be San Antonio, because the growth of their young guys. And, man, they look like they're ready for the big time right now. They've blown out this OKC team not once but twice already. Anyway, we got a lot to get to here on a Friday as we continue on. We'll have that Zach Sealer stuff, man. I want to talk about Zach, talk a little bit about the Dolphins, the passing game, and everything else coming up here in just a moment. But first, here on a Friday, it's time for you to get out and start looking for that new truck you've been talking about. Maybe it's a new SUV, and you're starting to look around, and you see looks on the road. I kind of like that. Well, I want to tell you, if you're planning on spending some time either today or over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers. We got 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Man, you're in for a great experience. You really are. Best products we've ever had, of course. Suburban, Tahoe, for the unlimited amount of space you need for your family to be comfortable, or even for you as a bigger person just to be comfortable driving, right down to a Traverse and an Equinox. Man, we got something for the whole family. Great look, lots of space, and all the technology inside you could ever want for an SUV. But let's talk about the big boys. Let's talk about the trucks. Hey, man, Chevy got to this position right now where people are talking Chevy because of their truck family. Strong, durable, powerful. Colorado capable Silverado 1500, maybe the powerful Silverado HD. It's like we've made a truck absolutely perfect for your lifestyle. For the guys up early with me this morning, getting ready for another long day on a Friday and got to work all weekend because you got a job you got to get done, you need something strong and durable and dedicated like you are every day, and that's what our trucks are all about. Whether it's that 1500 or HD, hey, we got a truck absolutely perfect for you, your family, all your fun and pleasure, as well as your work day. We got it for you. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers this weekend. Fall in love, get a great deal at your South Florida Chevy dealer.
I told Zeke and them from day one, you can ask them. I told them, like, y'all are here to take my job, and that's my job not to let you. And there's no hard feelings, no anything that happens there. If my home's not here, it's not here. But I really still feel like it's here. I love it here. I think our home's here. My wife and I love it down here, and we want to make a name. And I want to retire a Dolphin, so I'll do whatever it takes to stay here. It's been exciting. The fan base here is incredible. There's so much more to Miami than what you think of when you think of South Beach. There's the whole Everglades, the countryside, all that kind of stuff's incredible. So we love it here. And I think these coaches have done a great job of. I told them this year, like, look, it's open market, man. Go play, go make a play. There's no ties to anybody. Go out there and win a job. And I think when you breed that competition, you start with that from day one. You can really do something special.
Just drop the mic right there. That was Zach Sealer, defensive tackle / defensive end, however they're going to use him this year. Talking to not too many guys that are coming off back-to-back double-digit sack years. One of the few guys to do it in the NFL. And playing next to some really good veterans, all of a sudden find out that Christian Wilkins not going to be around. And just go, hey, man, let's roll. I got a bunch of young guys, never played in this league. Let's go. He got his money, could have just said, hey, man, whatever. You guys just go do your thing and listen to your coach, Austin Clark. And he's there, and he opened up the door for those guys, Grant, Phillips, and Biggers. I think Grant and Phillips can have big years. I think Phillips might be, along with Dante Trader, the big jumpers from year 1 to year 2. And I know some guys are down on Grant. I do know. He first-round pick a year ago. I hear it with and again, I'm not going to throw any names on anybody upset today that I might be throwing their name out there, but I think he's going to be really good, man. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. And look, 340, 350-pound guys are just not going to have great bodies. They're not. Guys that weigh, it doesn't matter. You get guys starting to weigh 340, 350, and they play at that weight, and they take their shirts off, and you're going to go, oh, my God. I've seen it with offensive tackles. I've seen it with offensive guards, and I've seen it with defensive tackles. I'm not reading into any of it except he was really good at Michigan. He had his moments last year, and we just need to see more. And I'm not here to say he's in great shape, not in great shape. I just need him in defensive tackle shape. And friggin' number one job he needs to do is stop the run. Not run around blocks, take blocks on, push guys back, push guards back, push double teams, hold your own, and those type of things. So I'm really looking forward to Zach and at times watching him get a chance to play with any of those other guys. Biggers, I don't know where he stands right now and how good he's going to be. He's going to get some playing time. But to me, it's about Grant Phillips following up last year. And I think Phillips could really have a breakout. I think Phillips and Dante Trader could have real breakout years and take it to a new level from their rookie year. And I expect Zach Sealer, because of that, is going to be really good right off the bat. I think he'll get off to a great start. Last year, he never said a word when everybody's going, what happened to Zach Sealer in the first half of the year? And the stats weren't there that he'd had. Listen, man, and the run game struggled. Run defense struggled to start the year. They gave up a lot of yards. And again, this is what you get when you throw a bunch of rookies in there. And they were doing anything they could. They were getting out of assignments. They learned there's a lot of tricks that these offensive linemen have that they'd never seen in college. A lot of them don't use their hands well. They're leveraged well. They got away just on pure talent to dominate in college, and you just can't do that at this level. Too many guys are as good or almost as good as you are with great technique. So anyway, hey, second half of the year, they played better. Zach Sealer played better. And so Zach gets it, but I just thought his comment, man, my job is not to let you know, your job is to try to get my job, and mine's to play well enough that you're not going to take it, and whatever happens, there's no hard feelings. It's like, okay, man, come and get it. Let's do it. And I know you're going to ask me questions, and you're going to try to take my job, but I'm here to tell you that I'm going to keep my job, and but you guys give it your best shot. I just loved it, man. I loved it. That was Zach Sealer before the end of at the end of the second day of OTAs when the media were allowed to come out there. But he is, by what you heard there, loves South Florida, loves playing down here, not looking to get out of here. Is a guy that wants to be here. And by the way, that's been the message from your middle linebacker. That's been the message from your center. They are here. Obviously, those guys want to get a contract like Zach has and get paid. And we'll see what happens in the month of June when a little bit of money gets freed up here, and we'll see what happens. Hey, we got All Day Dan Day with us. Woody's in with us here on a Friday. Hey, All Day Dan Day. It's nice to have you, brother. Great to have you with us today, man.
I'm so happy to be here. It's always great, especially with you in the house. You've been gone for a little while, so I had a lot of people wondering what happened to you, but told everybody, rest assured, Joe Rose has got his business handled.
You know, we make up stuff while you're gone, by the way.
Yeah.
Because if people do ask where you are, we were all over the board. So we had jail, we had suspended. We had a lot of different
I have
stuff.
been suspended, but not in a long time. I have been written up recently, just to be honest. And what else? I was with my dad, man. My father's by himself. I've been very open about it. And
we don't like to put your actual plans out there, so
fine.
we just make stuff up.
I know. I really have no life.
Your business.
I really have no life. So yeah.
You were out at the Sizzler.
I didn't make it to the Sizzler.
No, you canceled the big dinner. You said you were going.
So my father got sick, and so he was limited. And he was, had bronchitis, and, they were afraid it was going to get worse. And the rest of the family, his two sisters went, nope. They don't like to be around. Older people don't like to be around people they think are sick. So they blew me off on my Sizzlers date. We had it all set up, the Sizzlers buffet. With the they love that ice cream machine. I told you that, right? The soft ice cream.
Everybody loves that. That's not an old person thing.
Oh, that soft ice cream is still around when you put it.
Have you been to one of those places now?
They
have them all over the place. Those like soft serve yogurt places.
Oh yeah, but I haven't seen those in years.
No, they're popular now, man. You go around and they got all the different flavors and the toppings, and you put your thing on the scale at the end. The kids love those places.
I didn't realize it.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just say one thing? And I don't do food and desserts too much. I try not to do that stuff.
Really?
So the yogurt tastes just like the ice cream.
Wait, what?
Hey, jerky. The ice cream and the yogurt, they taste. My dad likes that stuff. So I was going out and getting it, because he's just sitting in the chair there. And I go out and I realized he had both, and I can't tell the difference when you buy yogurt and ice cream. Like they're telling you, like, oh, stay away from the ice cream and just get the yogurt, and they taste exactly the same. The vanilla, the Oreo cookie, it all tastes the same.
Well, I think one's a lower fat than the other, right?
I don't know.
You're talking about the frozen yogurt, yes?
Yeah, I'm talking about the frozen yogurt. Yeah, it just tastes all the same. Like.
Okay.
I'll take either one. I don't need to get one over the other. Like I just start getting the ice cream.
I think yogurt's healthier for you. I've been led to believe.
I don't know. I mean, I like that ice cream.
You're a health food guy. So.
I love that ice cream guy that comes in. What's the name of that ice cream that comes in?
Bluebell.
Oh my God, that stuff's like the stuff we used to crank. You miss the days of like spinning your own in the back and whipping up your own ice cream.
You made your own ice cream?
Yeah. That's what we did.
Wow.
You broke out the rock salt?
The rock salt. You got to keep that. And it wasn't an electric one. Later on, they had the electric one that did it on its own. It was me. And my dad go, you want that ice cream, right? You want that vanilla? Oh, it was so good, man. Probably so bad for you because it was so sweet. But I'd sit there and crank that thing. I felt like I was getting a workout. And I go, is this thing about done? Keep the ice in there and the salt. That's funny. That's funny. You knew that all day, Dan Day. You're too young for that, man. That was a big thing on Sunday, man. Make that. It didn't last long. I can tell you, the old family got after it pretty good. All right. Hey, let's.
Before or after you shot down the ducks?
I told you I never shot any of those ducks. But hey, I do. Listen, man, duck's one of my favorites. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's the best.
Occasionally get a pellet in there from the shotgun. Well, you shoot them And the shotguns, so there's different, the pellets, they explode. And there's a chance when you're eating one, you get that. Oh, what was it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got to spit one of those little things out of your mouth there. Yeah, but
so if I'm ever eating a duck, that happens, I'll know.
Right. I think the ducks you're eating you're safe. I don't think they're out there flying over the rice in Northern California. I don't think you have to worry about that, Woody. Hey, don't worry. I'm an embarrassment to my whole family because I never got into it. They stuck guns in front of my face. They'd wake me up at 5 a.m, and I go, no, thank you. Do I have to go? At first, I was like, do I have to go?
You a bad shot, or you just feel bad about shooting a duck? Or like,
I just didn't enjoy hunting. I enjoyed eating everything they brought home.
Could you do it? Like, you ever try just once to see if you had a good enough shot?
I went out there and I was bored to death.
Really?
And what they used to do, you play Friday night football games, and then those guys, the family would get up early and head up to the mountains or not too far away, and they'd hunt and they'd be up there in position. It was still dark, waiting for it to get light. And the last thing I want to do after a football game is go walk around a hill into the mountains where these deer are and do that all day. I just never found that to be fun. Now, I got deer hunters out there right now that are probably laughing at me. And I always say, I told my dad, I said, I know I'm an embarrassment to all my uncles and cousins, and you had the one son.
You just went a different path.
I did. You
did good. You did good.
And he go, hey, we're going out duck hunting. You want to go? I go, when you leaving? That got him every time. I go, what time you leaving? He goes, 4. No. On a weekend? Hell no. I'll pass.
Now you're up before that.
Now I'm up. Now I'm up here yapping.
Why don't you go hunting?
I'm up here yapping and with my good friend at Dunkin' Donut Coffee, I might add. Anyway.
Go run through the backyard and see if you can't find anything. What do you got? You must have some stuff back there.
What's that?
In the backyard? What do you got? Raccoons and iguanas and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean out in Davie? Yeah. Man, I got all that stuff. No question about it. Hey, we've got a lot of other stuff I want to touch on here this morning on a Friday, and we got some great stuff coming. The World Cup, by the way, this can be fun. It's getting closer now. I'm probably not going to go to any games, but I am looking forward to watching them, man. I think is this World Cup thing, and I'm not into soccer every day, and I'm not checking to see who's winning the La Liga League and the Premier League and seeing what the results are in the MLS and what the standings are for Inter Miami or anything else. But the World Cup is you know how big it is. It's big here too. I don't know how the United States is going to do. I don't see us as one of the favorites ever, along with all the other great teams around the world. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this right around the corner. Hey, speaking of looking forward to, we got more stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. I want to start here this morning with because we're getting towards the end of the month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and hey, listen, I'm talking friends, I'm talking family. It happens, man. It's happened to everybody out there. We used to blow it off and get over it and all that stuff. And I think we look at things differently now. I sure hope we do. I spent time with Dr. Barry at Recovery Unplugged in Fort Lauderdale, and I was blown away with the programs they have to help people going through depression and just can't get out of their anxiety and depression. It's getting worse. Hey, things that trigger you off and cause it. Whether it could be loss of job, it could be marriage stuff that's happened to you, you've been dumped, whatever it is, man. Hey, they're there to help you. And if anxiety or depression are really holding you back right now and you can't get back on the road, Recovery Unplugged's mental health residential program in beautiful Fort Lauderdale offers a private, and I do mean private. You don't have to worry about anything. The program, the people there are fantastic. The results are the most important thing, and you're going to get it. It's a really comfortable space for you to heal with expert care and a unique music-based approach. I love the music-based approach. I saw it firsthand to see how it works. Amazing. You can't take that first step unless you get down there and make the phone call. That's how you do it. They accept most major insurances. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. And in the month of May, which is almost over, there's no better time to heal than there is right now. Heal out loud with Recovery Unplugged.
Before we get back to the show here, Joe, we got a chance for you to win sold-out VIP tickets to Drew Estate's Florida Barn Smoker this November. Throughout the day, you'll enjoy premium and VIP cigars, curated food and beverage experiences, food trucks, drinks, and more. To enter, text the word Barn Smoker to 20357. That's Barn Smoker to 20357. You must be 21 and up to attend. Valid ID required at event registration. We will also have a ticket giveaway today for more Sebastian Maniscalco tickets, accompanied by a Stoner's Pizza. So we'll have all that still to come here today, Joe.
I just was looking when you said Stoner Pizza. I looked over it all day, Dan Day. Stoner, man, that Stoner Pizza making me hungry just thinking about that
throw
thing.
Him in on that.
He's laughing with me.
Well, remember, I did the commercial for it one time.
Huh.
People always stop me. Are you the voice of Stoner's Pizza? I was like, not anymore.
All right.
Can I bring so Kyle Krabs?
Yeah.
This text comes in at 11:23 at night last night.
He's up.
I woke up to it this morning. He's up late.
Yeah.
And he sends me a link to Twitter, and he goes, the comment that he sent me, he says, "Don't let the big guy catch wind of this one," was what he said.
Yeah.
Obviously referring to you, the big guy.
Yeah, I get it.
I guess our old quarterback spoke to the media in Atlanta.
I saw some of his comments. He was talking about the open competition at quarterback, and we're going to get along. And
so, can I play you the clip that Kyle sent me?
Did he say something stupid?
I mean, I'll let you be the judge.
All right.
I have a 3-year-old who's going to be 4, and I have a 2-year-old, boy and girl. I think it's the best, man. I think it's the best. I think that's my first job, and I'm a part-time football player. You know, I'm just glad I still get to live my dream out and be able to play. So blessed, but it's the best, man.
I'm a part-time football player. He can't help himself. He truly can't. Get used to it, Atlanta media. Good or bad, he's going to say, well, especially when it's bad. He's just going to say things that are, listen, man.
Well, technically he is now, right? When he's getting paid over there.
There ain't no part-time about that money coming in. There's nothing.
No, that's old money.
That's
old money. The new money.
Hey, it doesn't matter. He's still getting paid this year it's just we're not paying him to play for us.
It's just the stuff he says is just not well thought out.
No, I think he was opening up a little bit.
Yeah,
about
he was
kid's
trying to
age
be, but every time he tries to do that, it just seems to go poorly.
Yeah, he you know, I on behalf of Van over in communications, as well as all the other people, have to comment on the dumb things that he says. You know, at the end there, because I thought he might be staying around, I wanted to put together. We didn't do it, and there's no reason he's gone. And you know, a lot of you still like him, and I don't want to get in the whole thing again. And people thought I was too critical, and I called him a bum and stuff. He just says. He just so some of the things, and this is what really gets me, and I don't want to share it today, but some of the things he said, and then the team would tell me, oh no, that's only part of it. Like when he talked about, you know, we're having team meetings and the guys don't show up for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was his guys, receivers and quarterbacks. It wasn't. It was on the defensive side of the ball. And one of the other captains said one of my guys didn't show up. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. No, he was he had some classics, and you know, I don't know. Whatever.
All of us need a part-time job that pays $250.
Pays $52 million or $53 million for part-time. This is my part-time job. I'm guessing Atlanta wasn't real excited to hear part-time. Like, what's that mean? You're only going to come in a couple of days a week and want to make sure you're rested up?
I saw their coach said that his accuracy was like a God-given gift or something.
No, he is. No, everybody said that. I saw some of his former coaches were going, hey, what do you think of, you know, of Tua bouncing back this year after last year? And he says, oh, you know, his timing, he does stuff. They all say that.
Nothing would be funnier, by the way, than to see that team go to the playoffs and win a playoff game. It would be utterly hilarious.
Why would it be funny?
Because, I mean, it would be more sad funny than anything. But,
well, that's what, but sad funny? What's that mean?
It just would be very Dolphins for him to go.
Okay, now you're getting closer. Right? You're getting closer. Yeah.
You'd have to. Well, if that happened, you'd have to.
Honestly, if they win like 11 games and he throws 28 touchdowns, Yeah, it would be like, it'd be, what a bum.
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
What a bum.
That would
What a
sting.
bum.
That would
Oh, my
sting.
God. It would be
Yeah. We're sitting here with like 2 or 3 wins.
part-time job.
Yeah, sure. It's a full-time dad.
We got people out there working part-time jobs to make a living. He's talking about part-time job, $53 million.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're all right. You and the 2 and the 4-year-old and the 5-year-old and yeah. All right.
It just sucks because he is trying not to be a complete,
No, I don't think he does it.
It's not mean-spirited.
No,
yeah.
I don't think he does it. Like he said that and he's like, what? I think he used to walk out and he'd say something. They explain it to him. He goes, oh, should I go back? And I didn't mean it to sound like that. Do you call that lack of awareness? Dumb, stupid? I mean, I don't know what you say when you're the quarterback of a team. I can't even believe I'm saying this. There's got to be great awareness of everything you say and you do. It's just when you're the quarterback of the team, especially a franchise quarterback / paid like a franchise quarterback, there's just there has to be like, you should be your head of communications. The last thing they should have to worry about is what you say. I get Tyreek's going to say stuff. You're going to have somebody blow up on defense. Somebody gets benched and not happy. A receiver not happy about targets. Running back not getting the ball enough.
The problem is, though, too, for you is you played with guys that I'm guessing they were, like, obsessed with it. Right? I'm guessing your guy, 13, didn't think it was a part-time gig.
No.
Like, that's probably not the kind of thing he would have said.
Besides talent-wise, he's the exact opposite of everything. Like Danny he'd get asked a question after the game, and he'd snap on a guy because he was still pissed.
Yeah.
That would, I mean, I go back and remember, and, he's getting after, and what do you mean by that? How am I supposed to answer that? Or something, or look he went at it with shoes sometimes. I've said this before. There are a couple minutes left in the game, and he said, hey, we're gonna pull you out, and we can't win this game. And he goes, yeah, we can. We get the ball back. He goes, no, we're down 14. And he goes, we get the ball back. We score quickly, because that's just how he was thinking. And it was always, and he took losses extremely hard. Dan Marino took losses personally. So anyway, yeah, he didn't take any videos after the game. I don't know if he had we didn't have any of that stuff.
Texter said, Joe, I almost always agree with you, but this world needs more full-time parents. Glad he takes it serious.
Yeah.
A lot of people can be still full-time parents and still work.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, it's a dumb comment.
Yeah, it's a terrible comment, yes.
Part-time job?
Yeah, it's not good.
They're up there starving, hoping he's the answer, knowing they're getting him on the cheap because we're picking up the tab. I mean, their fans all know the deal, and they're hoping that because everybody's talking about it, including all the national guys. I listened the last couple days that, oh, my God, if he can just, with this line and the weapons that he didn't have necessarily the whole time he was in Miami, especially last year, he could really have a breakout year and, get back to what he did in, 22, 23, whatever it was. So,
Kyle, if you're out there, thank you.
Yeah, you got is that your goal every day, is just to...
This was not me. This was your friend Kyle, who happens to be a very nice person.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah.
Kyle is a nice guy.
Yeah, everyone likes to see you mad.
Hey, the other thing...
Maybe he didn't think you'd react this way. Maybe he thought you'd think, wow, it's a maturing to
a part-time job. Oh, my God. Part-time jobs when you're done playing and you've made $200 million. You do part-time whatever you want.
Yeah.
When you made $200 million that we're going to pay him, because that's what he's going to make, over $200 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
We have made him the highest paid player to ever in the history of this franchise, and we never won a playoff game with him. Anyway, hey, listen, we got to go to break here. We got more stuff, 7 o'clock hours coming up. I'm not mad. I know you guys think I'm not going to say anything that's going to...
Can I leave your mic on during the break?
Yeah.
I just want to hear your actual reaction to this.
I'm not going to say anything.
You're gonna come back and crush the guy, aren't you?
Why? No, I'm not. There's nothing to say.
Someone asked, where is Tyreek these days?
Ty,
Oh, yeah, that's right, Dan. He's DJing. Did you see that?
no way.
He's a DJ now. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I haven't heard he's going anywhere, which tells
Wasn't
me
he in and out of courtrooms, too?
he's been there, but he may not be 100% yet with that.
The knee?
I'll tell you, if he plays this year, what a comeback it would be. I'm dead serious. What if he comes off that injury that we saw during the season and he's back playing? I think Drew said he's going to be ready for the start of the year.
Where do you think he ends up? KC?
If he's 100%, he'll have 4 or 5 plays to go if he gets out and runs like he used to.
KC needs a receiver, don't they?
I don't know.
The one guy, he's in and out of jail.
He's in jail right now. I saw Andy Reid talking about him. Andy Reid goes.
They fast-tracked his sentence because he got caught with weed again or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he broke probation.
Someone said Tua and Ted Ginn's family can start a daycare.
Oh, man, my part-time job.
407 said we thought Harold was kidnapped by the Sawgrass Bandit.
No. I didn't have to go. I was on my way there. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out there in the mall, get a couple miles in, see if Mrs. Rose, might join me. I hadn't even called her yet. I was on my way, and I call, and they go, hey, it's good down here. Come on out, Joe, and play. Call your game. Let's get it playing, man. I was like, damn, all right. Hey, I want to tell you about Chapman Partnership here on a Friday. Getting ready to jump on a 7 o'clock hour. No better time than right now to tell you about one of the great charities we have that does great work for the homeless. I mean, so much. We hear homeless, and I know you're thinking, oh, the guy that stops you at the corner every day and puts a sign or knocks on your window and says, I need money. And you're going, oh, my God, this again, same place, going home, going to work. Well, Chapman Partnership does so much more than just giving somebody a bite to eat. Now, they're changing lives daily in the community by going beyond shelter and providing caring support and all these wraparound services and programs they put together about rehabilitation within 3 to 4 months is the goal, and get you right back out, help you find a job, help you find a place to live, get your family back. Half the families in our 2 facilities in Dade County, Chapman Partnership, are families. And they're focused on getting everybody back together. We got some great success stories. It's not everybody. Listen, it doesn't always work. But I'll tell you what, it is one of the great programs we have for the homeless in this country. Chapman Partnership wins awards all the time. And a lot of it has to do with you, because the problem's not going away. We have all these things going on right now, and you can help us because we could really use your money. We could use your time. So many different ways you can get involved with Chapman Partnership and really make a difference in our community through workforce development, education, part of what we do with all these services and programs, rehabilitating, and within, like I said, 3 to 4 months, man, you're ready to go again. Any level of support is just so impactful. Let's help support families and individuals overcoming homelessness at Chapman here in 2026. Go online to chapmanpartnership.org. Listen, if things are going well in your life, any amount of money you can give will really make a big difference in all the programs we have going on, helping hundreds and hundreds of individuals to really get their lives back together. Go to chapmanpartnership.org. Thank you so much.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with baseball, and the Marlins will be in New York to begin a 3-game series with the Mets. Tonight's first pitch is at 7:10, and the game can be heard here on WQIM. And the Hurricanes will open up play in the Gainesville Regional today against Troy. The first pitch is at 6. In the NBA, the Spurs took Game 6 from the Thunder, 118-91. Game 7 will be tomorrow night, no KC. And in the NHL, Carolina will look to close out Montreal in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. Puck drops there at 8 o'clock. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It is 75 degrees at the moment, a 5% chance of rain, a part-time chance of rain, Joe.
You did it, Woody. What'd we talk about the whole break?
Yep.
You did it, man.
You get to text your boy Kyle?
No,
he did this to you.
I'll get him later. Get him later.
You owe him now.
A part-time quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons.
Some of the comments, by the way, on this thing are just awesome.
Like, by the way,
on the
Tom Brady
tweet.
one, the Tom Brady one is you could be
all
all
in.
in.
Some guy goes, "We need MFs that ruin their marriage over this,"
Right,
like Tom Brady.
Right.
Some of the comments were just fantastic.
Yeah. I don't think he meant it the way it came out.
Of course not.
I'm like, Tua didn't mean.
Someone on here, like, I'm going to read some of these comments. Admirable mindset for anyone except a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's how he played last season. Like, it was a part-time job.
He
just to get
did.
home to his family. He's
That's
done,
exactly
folks.
right. No, it's you're exactly right. And so I was thinking back here, and I was like, it's funny. I saw, and I was lucky enough up close to see Bob Greasy, and Dan Marino, and Don Strock, and I was like, wow, those guys, like, their whole life was first ones there in the morning, sitting in with coaches, watching, going over game plans. I mean, those guys, and the last ones to leave at night.
Marino must have been obsessive over it, right?
Everything. Well, all those guys. Well, he learned from Don, and Bob was with Don, and those guys were Bob Greasy. Can you imagine the days Bob Greasy put in?
Another comment on here says, that's a great quote, but not the mentality I want for my QB1. If you're not all in on winning, giving everything, first one to practice, last one to leave, what's your motivation?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm sorry if it's about, like, trying to balance your life. Probably being a quarterback in the NFL is not ideal for you. Actually, professional sports, if you're really, I'm truly, I think, once again, which he does usually every press conference, he says something. He was going great on the kids, right? Everybody's like, oh, I got my kids are getting a little bit older. Whatever the question was, he was asked about his family, and then he went part-time football player. Jeez.
Someone said weak mentality, said last year in the Dolphins, it doesn't matter if we win or lose or if he throws 5 interceptions, he still goes home to his family.
Yeah.
He did say that.
He did say.
Another one, $250 million will make you say that.
Yeah. Show me the money. Classic that Big Bo's down on a little vacation right now. And
get the F out of your part-time job, you ass. You should be flipping burgers in the first place, not anywhere near QB1 on the depth chart.
Part-time job. I forget what we think, because we're picking up the tab. We're picking up 98% of that tab, or maybe more. Maybe my math's off. But anyway, whatever it is, can you imagine their fans going, we got a team, and they're lathered up about, getting the Tua that was a couple years ago. And they're going, did he just say part-time job? What a great job to have a part-time quarterback job. Yeah, you're getting paid like a part-time guy.
The more he talks, the more y'all are going to realize why Miami paid him to leave. That's the burning fire. We remember to win in Miami. Attaboy Tua. His heart's never been in the game, someone says. These are all, by the way, accounts that have Dolphin people, like little fake Dolphin pictures on them.
I don't, it's a good question.
This was the one I like. We need MFs that want to ruin their marriages for football, like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He got his money. He's in cruise control now.
Oh, no, he got the money. He gets the laughs, folks. Like, we can sit here and take shots and stuff, but at the end of the day, when he goes home, the wife, he goes, honey, we're set. We can stay out here in this 5 acres in this little private home and live in our own little world. And And we can go on little vacations, and I can shoot little videos of your ass and stuff while you're walking around with the kids, and we can do all that stuff with all our friends. We got all the money we'll ever need, and we didn't do nothing.
This is such a tough one because you played with guys that were just like so.
I know it's a bad example.
It's so weird.
Every guy on our team was all in.
Could you imagine if Josh Allen, like Mahomes, said that? I mean, Mahomes is back. He came back from an ACL in five months.
Yeah, look at him. He's out
there. He showed up to OTAs and was like, "Yeah, that's a part-time gig for me."
Right.
It's awesome. Really awesome stuff.
Anyway, Kyle, you're a bad. I just want to say, Kyle Krabs, you're a bad man. Now, maybe some Dolphin fans knew about this comment. I just
seemed like it flew under the radar. Texas said too, better worry about Bain and Phillips. Yeah, Ruben Bain's coming for him.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got them both, huh? Got them both.
See, we get those panic feet.
Boy, somebody did some quick thinking on that one. That was good. Jeez, I had to go back to which teams they both got drafted to. Nice job by you guys, man, or traded to. Hey, or free agent to. Hey, we've got a lot of other stuff to get to, like our own Dolphins football team down here, and it's going to be slow learning. It's going to be day by day. We are in a different situation than they're talking about in Atlanta right now, and we're going to have Dave Hyde join us actually coming up here in about 10 minutes. We'll talk to Dave and about things and the team. And by the way, they're saying all the right things for everybody. But the players you do have that going to have some extra pressure on them. For me, probably starts with Chop Robinson. It does, because I am worried. I am most worried about. Now, listen, they can adjust and guys will get better and stuff. But for what they have on the roster, I am worried about pass rushers. Not worried. Just it's not where it needs to be in my eyes and maybe going ahead. And Chop Robinson on the edge to control the run on the outside as well as the pass rusher, getting enough pressures on the quarterback and putting up some numbers again, which really hasn't done. He hasn't done since he's been a pro. So that would be number one. I just think all our first round picks, both rookies, there's gonna be a lot to ask. And Kenneth Grant. We got media members that just think Kenneth Grant's not gonna be much. And I'm not in that boat. I think he's big. I don't look at the body. I know Omar was looking, and I just said, I think he's going to be fine. And by the way, I think the guy playing next to him that's also a rookie is going to be really, really good. And so Phillips, I can't wait. Can't wait to see him play. He just been around. I saw they were bragging about him. Even Zach Sealer said, my God, man, he's getting after it. And listen, if Grant and Phillips get this thing going with Zach Sealer, that D-line is going to take the next step this year. It's not going to be a concern. It's going to be off the concern list for everybody. I think they got a chance. Year two, all those guys plus Zach Sealer coming back to really be an outstanding group. Really, really good. So I hope so. Anyway, we got all that. We're going to come back. We've got more stuff to get to. Marlins on the road, opening up a 3-game set with the Mets. Max Meyer, who has really pitched well, is on the mound tonight. And, of course, the Canes up in Gainesville for the regional tournament. They play at 6 o'clock this evening against Troy. The Gators win their game. They would play each other tomorrow. Rob Evans on the mound tonight for the Canes as well. So we got a lot of baseball stuff going on here. And we found out the word, our man Messi. Our man Messi. And by the way, Dan Day came in, Woody, this morning, and we were talking. He was at the game where we had the drama, and Messi was not happy, and the fans were not happy with Messi. And it was just the one corner. But I thought it was a really good story. Were you one of those fans? Were you one of those 3,000 fans? You consider yourself one of those fans all day?
I used to be at the very beginning, but once Messi came to the team and I got more busy, I was less involved with those guys.
Yeah, but you're familiar with those guys and those fans. And
Messi didn't wave to him. He was so outraged he quit the group.
No, he did. No, I asked him, but he was there to see it. And you said it was pretty. I mean, you could tell that he had wanted nothing to do with that group.
Yeah, no, it was eerie with how silent, because if you don't know the supporters groups from the beginning to the end, they're cheering, they're banging drums, they're playing trumpets, they're chanting, they're waving flags. That game, they were eerily silent. And then Messi was visibly annoyed with them at the end of the game.
And he had a really good game. Messi played like what they're saying is one of the best games he's played.
Probably collectively the team and Messi's best game of the season.
Yeah. Wow. So what's your read? You're a fair guy. I'm just curious. Forget Woody. He doesn't even count because he's on the outside just taking pot shots, throwing grenades. I want to know, what do you think of the whole thing? You're always fair all day. You've been around this soccer thing more than I have.
My thing is fans make everything. So just not to acknowledge them, look over and wave. That's all it takes. I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander even said it last night. He's like, game 7, it's at home. It doesn't really matter. You have to be the better team. Now, it's nice to have your fans there backing and supporting you. He threw that in at least. Messi could at least just, it's a tradition in soccer, walk off. As you're walking off, just kind of wave, win or lose, and say thank you for always being there. That's it.
But he waved to everybody but that group.
Because he got annoyed with the song that they chanted at him. Yes.
So what's that song? Like, what is that? Was it a shot at Argentina? Was it a shot at what got him so? I mean, they leave him friggin' alone. They basically, for a superstar, he doesn't have to do anything except play great, which he's done. So what am I missing?
Yes, so what they did is they took a very derogatory song from Argentinian soccer and changed the words and said, please pay attention to your players. I'm guessing Messi didn't hear the words because it's a big stadium, it's loud. He just heard the rhythm and assumed that they were saying derogatory things towards him outside of just, acknowledge your fans. And he waved his finger, and then he got all of his friends like Rodrigo de Paul and Bertarame at the end of the game to acknowledge every section but the supporters section.
So hey, guys, come on with me, guys. Yeah, as the leader of the team. And by the way, you love the stadium. You're
Fantastic.
raving about stadium, man. Now,
Fantastic.
I'm jacked. I said, hey, tell me about the stadium. They said it's unbelievable. He said he got the hotel, the Sheraton's right there. So if you have a few drinks, because if I go, I'd probably have to stay down there instead of get out. And you said a lot of parking too?
Lots of parking garage.
I thought parking was like a problem. What like you're the first one to tell me the parking's not a problem.
They leveled a whole golf course, so there's plenty of spots. Right. Now, getting in and out might be a problem. I stuck around for the post-game press conferences, which was of no use for this station, but I didn't have any major problems. Security everywhere. I mean, everywhere you walk, there's security that's been hired.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job planning things. They just didn't have enough time to implement everything. And once everything gets implemented with the hotels, the bars, the restaurants, the malls, it's going to be a first-class facility.
All right. Hey, good stuff all day, Dan Day. Thank you so much. We got to go to break. Dave Hyde's going to join us coming up here. But first, the Marlins, after this 9-game road trip, will be back home June 5th through the 7th, and the Rays will be in town. Oh, my gosh, here we go with the Rays, who been playing some great baseball, one of the better records in baseball right now. But we want to let you know with the Citrus Series coming to town when they get back, you got $1 hot dogs. That's, by the way, June 5th, 6th, and 7th. We got $1 hot dogs presented by Salen's, 90s Night presented by Coors Light, SpongeBob Day, Pride at the Park, and more deals going on right now. Plus, special ticket packages include exclusive merchandise. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets, and don't miss the Marlins and Diamondbacks. That's going to follow the Citrus Series June 9th through the 11th. You can score great deals on my favorite deal that they put together a couple years ago, the 4 for $44 presented by Pepsi. You get 4 tickets with hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks, all for just $44. You can also get 2 for $25 and get the 2 tickets, and 2 12-ounce canned beers for $25. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
info for more information.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Your home for the best price on luxury. Now featuring the all-new Lexus T.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Joe.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. Dave Hyde from the Sun Sentinel, columnist, the great one, joins us this morning. Dave, I got a little present for you. I don't usually do this before I talk to you, but I'd like to play a little something for you that I got hit with just a little while ago. Here it is.
I have a 3-year-old who's going to be 4, and I have a 2-year-old boy and girl. I think it's the best, man. I think it's the best. I think that's my first job, and I'm a part-time football player. You know, I'm just glad I still get to live my dream out and be able to play. So blessed, but it's the best, man.
Hey, how you doing there, part-time Sun Sentinel columnist? How's it going?
They're not. Next we'll be hearing about the games they play. Okay. I mean, is that it's like hearing your ex talk, right? I mean,
since you've never had an ex and I have, but yeah,
well,
you know, it's a little bit like that. It's a little bit like, really?
Yeah, we've heard all the lines before, and God bless them. You know, I wish them good luck in Atlanta, but I'm really happy we're not hearing stuff like that again, all over again.
How would you like $53 million to be part-time? Like as you know, by the way, covering Greasy, covering Marino, covering Strzok, like those guys spend more time in the building than anybody. By the way, if your quarterback is not spending like probably half, 50 hours more than you every week, just about. I mean, they're there all the time. And he's a part-timer.
And part of that leading also is what you talk about. And look, I get it. Everybody has a family, and nobody's out of perspective to the point that thinking the job's bigger than the family. But when you're the quarterback, when you're a coach, you don't sit there and constantly talk about your family. I mean, we get that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, listen, that's enough. I thought we had a right to talk about it since we're spending $53 million. We're paying the tab up there for Atlanta to have a quarterback. Hey, so anyway, we've got other stuff. You were at practice, and I was curious. It wasn't pretty offensively. The passing game did not look good. I know they didn't run the ball, and I know it wasn't live, but I just so what's your take? Do we have enough? And by the way, I see guys writing about Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is going to be fine, but do we have enough at receiver for him to have success, which is one of the original questions?
Certainly not in May practices. They didn't have enough to have success because it really wasn't a good look. Look, when they signed Malik Willis, I went, and I never do this, but he only played 4 games last year, and I went and watched those games. I thought, my God, he's as good as any quarterback I've seen. And then I looked, his rating was 145 in those games.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to get too, think about too much about a May practice. But to your point, everybody knows they couldn't fill the holes when they're playing with a salary cap that's about, 50% of the rest of the league. And so receivers, one of those places that got left out, and they have a sort of a America's Got Talent cattle call to see who can play receiver, and we'll see if anybody steps up. But to your point, it wasn't a good practice for the offense.
Well, when Chris Bell gets back, I think it's going to look a lot better from Louisville, because you saw him against UM.
I love that. Yeah, he dominated the University of Miami in that game, and no receivers really. And, not many guys that could do that to that defense.
Yeah, so I do see that down the road, but again, I don't know. I think he's going to play in the second half of the season, but I'm not supposed to play a doctor in the morning. But yeah, I'm just curious if we have enough, and if Bobby Slowick can figure out how to get the most out of this group to get. I'll say one thing: Malik Willis got a cannon for an arm. My God, he can throw in a tight window now.
Yeah.
So we just got to find out if he's got some guys who can get separation and get open and then hold on to the football and the rest of it. Hey, the other side of the ball is also, and again, I'm not reading into a handful of OTA practices. I should start with that. But are you concerned just from what we have with the pass rush and all the things on the outside containing the run?
What pass rush? Yeah. What again? We're wanted to see these rookies, because a couple of them are kind of interesting. Have a chance. That's the thing about everybody's got a chance on this team. 1-year contracts, a lot of rookies. That's the right way to go for what they had to do this year. But the question becomes, can anybody step forward? Because they really don't have anybody who you look at the edge and say, okay, that's a guy they can count on for 8 sacks this year.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's going to be a great opportunity either for some of these guys to get their careers going again, or it's going to be a chance for some young guys to just get off to a great start, some rookie free agents, some guys they drafted, and the whole deal. Hey, we talked earlier. You had a couple articles on it, and I was reminded of it. Messi going to a 6th World Cup, which is an unbelievable. You think 24 years of going to the biggest sporting event that we have in the world is pretty friggin' amazing that he's going again. And by the way, I give him credit. I don't know where he's still really good in the MLS, and I'm not saying he'd be tearing up the La Liga or he'd be tearing up, any of the other big leagues over there in Europe, but he's been great here. I got educated this morning by All Day Dan Day about some of this stuff, and I guess it's all been taken care of. But I got to tell you, the one thing that bothers me, and sometimes I don't let things go, as being around me, he can't talk to the local media a little bit. Is he that big that you can't talk? And forget the Spanish speaking I'm talking about. People that cover him every day, go out there every day. He can't give them 5 friggin' minutes to talk.
Yeah, it is a little weird in that my question always with the MLS was, okay, are they going to become Americanized and become a team like we treat sports in America? And part of that's talking to the media, or are they going to be like the Europeans, where players just don't talk?
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously what's happened is they're just doing what they've done their whole careers, and so it is weird to have here's my question: when Messi has raised the platform of
noise. Yeah.
It's great. But, maybe just on talk. I see on his commercials he never talks. There's the one with Marino from the Super Bowl and another one out now for the World Cup, and he kicks a soccer ball or watches or whatever, but he doesn't talk. So maybe that's just his way.
Yeah. It's just like you said, though, all the other sports over here, it's mandatory or they get fined, actually, if they decide they don't talk. And so we have that.
Because that's how sports get marketed here. That's how they get, in the news, they get being followed. There's value in that here. I guess there's not in Europe. And what's more, usually there's value in that to the players to direct the conversation about them. Now Messi's making $80 million without talking, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, and by the way, the franchise is now one of the more valuable franchises in the world in soccer, right? What I see, $1.6 billion now it's valued at down here. So they made a lot of the right moves for anybody that's listening and thinks we're going after the team day. We got to be a little careful. Everybody's a little sensitive these days. So
it is a little sensitive there. Now we talk about destination, teams. I guess this has become the destination team. Part of it's, Planet Messi, his gravitational pull bringing in players. But now Casemiro's coming over here, it looks like, and they got some great salary cap guys to squeeze all these guys under the MLS salary cap, or they're fudging the rules a little.
Fudging a little bit, you think? Yeah. Like, hey, we're going to have an all-star team. You guys suck it up. It'll be good for your markets, too, with what we have down here. But I do agree, man. Those guys, if they're coming over here, they want to play here for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, Miami, Fort Lauderdale is a good way to start, and the beach and everything else, the culture. But also, we leave them alone, man. We don't act like crazies. Like when they don't play well in some of these other places, man, they have no life, and they're a little concerned for their lives when they see people rioting outside when they come out of those places. Here, man, their families can run around and kick the ball with little Johnny, little Messi after the game on the field, and so it's a little different situation here. Hey, Giannis, we're getting closer, man, to finding out.
Yeah.
I've talked to everybody about this, and, well, we got a chance, but there's teams that can put other better offers. What do you think happens here, Dave?
It's all on Giannis to me. What does he want to do? Because he's got to force his way here if he wants to come. I look at the packages, and I'm like at the trade deadline, I wrote, I just don't see how the Heat have a package that, if you're a Milwaukee fan, you're getting Tyler Hero and Khalil Weir and some number ones and a couple other players. But it's like Heat fan. Were you excited about this Heat team? And basically, Pat Riley, I'm sure, is laying the roster out and saying, okay, take whoever you want except Bam.
Yeah.
And people say, well, trade Bam. Well, if they trade Bam, why would Giannis want to come here? He's coming to an expansion team.
Right.
So they need to keep Bam. But for that trade to happen, I think Giannis has to say, look, I got 1 year left of my contract. I'm only going to sign an extension with the Heat because that's where I want to go. And that's sort of, I think, step one for this trade to work.
Dave, final question for you, and I'll let you go. It's going to start heating up here. We saw some stuff on it going back and forth in baseball right now and trying to get a new agreement. Those guys don't want to cave into the salary cap thing. So what do you think happens and the numbers? And so I heard this because the numbers came out yesterday. Can we get up? Are we willing to spend even to the minimum of what it would be if for some crazy reason, I don't think it's going to happen, they agreed to that?
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it. The owners are the one who put out these numbers. They wouldn't have felt comfortable with paying them, and it's about $100 million more for the Marlins.
They'd have to pay $100 million more on top of what they're paying now.
Yes. Right. So they're paying like 80 now, 79, something like that. So, look, talking to people in the Marlins and around the Marlins, Bruce Sherman is worth $3 billion, not the half that people are talking, or even less than $1 billion.
Yeah, I used to say 600 million, and poor owner shouldn't be in. So I know he didn't like that.
So what I'm told, to throw that out the window. The Marlins aren't spending because Sherman doesn't have the money. They're not spending because they're waiting for exactly this moment when the floor's put in, and they're trying to build with young guys now to see who they got before they go out and spend. So we'll see. I just don't think there'll be a season next year if
I agree.
If the owners try to do it like this, because they're going against the best union in sports, and I guess this is the start of a negotiation. I guess that'd be the way to look at these numbers. What is it? 170 million, I think, for the floor, and 245 for the ceiling, something like that. And I guess that's where you look and say, okay, that's where the owners are willing to start, and we'll see where it ends.
Yeah. Hey, before I let you go, so far, GM head coach for the Miami Dolphins, your thoughts on what we've seen here halfway through the off season?
They sound like a real NFL organization again. Okay. I'm just articulating a plan, following the plan in the draft, and how they've gone about it. I love just the fact that when you look at the last time they really went through a major overhaul in 2019, they waited a year before they got their draft picks. Remember, basically 2019 was a wasted season. And this year they traded their players in the first couple months and got draft picks, and so they're off and running. And they like the quarterback. We'll see. The question, of course, is, are they right? And that's going to take some time to play out. But from what they're saying, from their early moves, and I think they made we're looking at the roster and the coaching staff, but I think coming up they're going to have to announce what changes were made inside in the front office and all that. And we've had some glimpses, and I think there were a lot of changes made there. So this is the first really major rebuild, if they rebuilt the innards of the organization that they've had. And I think they've gone about it the right way. Now we see whether it works.
Yeah, you're right. They actually hired the GM first. I totally agree. And they said, by the way, you got total control. This is not, you got to keep this guy or not. We've done that. We realize that doesn't work. So it's been good stuff. Hey, Dave, have a great weekend, my man, and enjoy yourself. And thanks for getting up with us this morning.
Good talking to you, Joe.
All right. Dave Hyde from the Sun Sentinel joining us this morning. Talk a little bit about some South Florida things that are going on here right now. We've got a lot more to get to. Hollywood's headlines are coming up, but we got more coming up. And later on the show, Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk will join us. We got all kinds of stuff going on around the NFL. And, boy, I'll tell you what, I always think of this at the end, Woody, when they wrap up that last mini camp practice. I've been out on the field now to hear it maybe 6 or 7 times, not every year, but I've been out there to listen to that last speech. And it's like, guys, we got some time off now. Stay in shape, be smart, make good decisions, stay out of trouble, man. We're really excited about this season. And apparently it's just not that easy to stay out of trouble. I got to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T. It's nothing to mess with, man. Hey, let's start with your energy level. Not where it used to be. You can't figure out why you're tired all the time. Now, when you're tired all the time and you're not active, but you're still eating the same amount of food, you can figure that one out. You gain 20, 25 pounds. You've done it. And you start to notice when you go to get dressed up and that outfit doesn't fit like it used to, man. That suit doesn't get on the – you're going, oh, boy, I got to lose some weight. Well, listen, on top of that, how about throwing Low T and ED together where the sex drive's gone too? That's the one that really got my attention. I had full-blown ED and Low T. It was terrible. It's awful to go through. I am so glad I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic 2 years and 2 months ago, and I had great results. I can't say enough about Atlantic Men's Clinic and the success. I went down there, set up that first appointment, did not want to go, was embarrassed, but I'm glad I did. I got the PSA test. I met with their professional staff. They explained everything to me. They saw the results, and then they put me on a program specifically made for me to get unbelievable results. Here's what happened. Low T, gone. Energy level right back up like it used to be. ED gone. Sex drive back as well. If these things are important to you, whether you got a vacation coming up and you're going, oh, don't make it too active. I don't want to do a lot of walking now. I'd like to just do a lot of sightseeing and have plenty of rest. Well, listen, man. Hey, your family wants to do things and be active, and you should too. They have 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. A brand new one in Hollywood. I'm going to Plantation. Call them today, 877-455-7300. You got to set up the first appointment. It's the most important one. Hear what they have to say. You're going to love Atlantic Men's Clinic, and yes, you're going to have great results. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
If it's going down, you know we on it. If it's going down, you know we on it. WQAM got Miami sports. Yeah, we run it.
Dolphins OTAs wrap up today. Zach Sealer says, good vibes so far.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. A lot of these guys want to come down here and work. They're flying around out there. The energy's been great. Seeing the guys from last year, Trader over there, just kind of keep growing up and learning ball and just wanting to just get better every single day has been incredible. So it's been a good OTAs and we're excited for what happens.
Mandatory minicamp starts next week. The Marlins road trip continues tonight in New York against the Mets. Listen to the game here. Marlins on deck at 6:30. Game action at 7:10. Are the Heat going to get Giannis? Will they trade their pick in the draft? We're talking about it. We're keeping an eye on the Panthers offseason too. Crucial Game 6 in the NBA Western Conference Finals last night. Details here. Carolina could punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup Final with a win over the Canadiens tonight in the NHL Eastern Conference Final. Fantastic Friday on FM 104.3 WQAM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. Download it today. The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Loctite Impact, South Florida's top-rated impact windows, doors, and roofing provider with thousands of 5-star reviews.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-949-1441. That's 800-949-1441.
In Miami, wherever there's a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you know you always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito de Mayo all month long now on popular Kia models like a new 26 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today because you don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia. With easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money because you always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or start shopping for your Pricito de Mayo now at doralkia.com. All financing on approved credit. Present any Miami Kia dealers on expired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identified.
I'm John Morgan.
It's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us today?
Well, we only have part-time headlines, Joe, because you killed most of the time here.
I'm sorry about that.
I was going to get into this whole Michael Wilbon
Just take
thing.
all the time you want. What did Wilbon do?
He was just saying that the next generation of kids are going to be all floppers because of SGA. And
really,
I was just wondering.
Does he want to go back to some of the guys that he really likes and would never say that about?
I was just wondering myself who still watches these programs. But anyway, Terry Rozier, Joe, was in the news again yesterday.
They're out to get him.
Federal prosecutors allege Terry Rozier agreed to a $100,000 bribe in order to manipulate his performance in an NBA game as part of a gambling scheme. Filed 2 new charges against him on Thursday.
Prop bet, went out of the game early.
Yeah. Apparently there was another one where he it was like a rebounding bet. He finished with 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Most of the bets won except for the rebounding one. And so it says that he agreed to reduce the alleged bribe to $70,000
instead of the
4 rebounds he screwed up. But
just give me 70.
All right. Anyway, let's get to some better stuff here, Joe. We had the Scripps spelling bee. Are you a fan of the spelling bee?
I can't spell my name.
Well, we're going to see how good you can do here, Joe. A 14-year-old won. They had a spell off.
Okay.
Which is like
no, those kids are smart, man. Those kids are
a spell off is like a shootout in
spelling.
You know, it's like in
I watch the show.
Or walk
I
off,
watch
right?
It, yeah.
Walk off.
Very impressive kids.
Anyway, Joe, here you go. I'm going to give you the game-winning word here.
All right.
And I will tell you what it is, and you need to spell it for everyone.
Okay.
It is kashaw, a type of winter squash or pumpkin known for its curved neck and sweet yellow flesh. The term can also refer to a certain tropical mesquite tree.
Oh, yeah. That kashaw.
So, yeah, the word is kashaw. Can you spell that?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
It's actually easier than you think, so don't overthink it. No.
C-U-H-S-H-A-W. Kashaw.
You're actually close.
I didn't get off to a great start.
It's C-A-S-H-A-W. You're close.
All right, that wasn't bad.
Close. Kashaw.
Kashaw.
And you learned something new today, too. It's a winter squash or pumpkin. Anyway,
I got a kashaw head. All right, what else?
Did you happen to see? We were watching this video. I think you saw it with me over there. The Blue Origin. I think this is Jeff Bezos's like SpaceX deal. Exploded on a Florida launch pad here, I guess in Cape Canaveral, where the Space Center is. I don't know if you saw if anyone has seen the video. It's pretty wild here. The rocket just explodes, full-blown explosion.
Didn't go well.
Looked like something out of a movie.
All right.
No one was harmed.
Okay.
Thankfully, in this one. No astronauts on
I forgot.
board.
So he's got a company for
Bezos? Yeah, he's got a rocket.
That's right.
company.
His wife took up a bunch of her friends and then they go up for a quick trip. And
which one, the ex or the new one? He got divorced, didn't he?
No. The new wife that he married.
I don't know.
Tony Gonzalez's ex-wife. I don't know what her name is.
I don't know what her involvement is in the business.
They live down here now. They're in South Florida. He's a South Florida guy.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
All right. One more here for you, Joe. We have, I guess people keep doing these viral stunts or whatever. This is like our culture now. People put out these ridiculous YouTube videos.
You know why they do it? Because they get a lot of people.
Yeah. Well,
want to see it.
So this is really stupid here. This guy decided he would try to eat a 10-piece chicken McNuggets on a 300-foot roller coaster. Obviously, they don't allow you to bring loose items onto these roller coasters, so they don't want anyone to die.
Yeah.
This was at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. So he sticks the box of nuggets in his pants.
Right.
He proceeds to break them out on the ride. So he's eating nuggets, dipping in sauce. I don't know if he finds this stuff amusing. Six Flags did not find it very amusing and banned him for life when the video surfaced.
Hope he got his money's worth.
Yeah.
I hate those things.
I do too. But
Forget-
it's like something new
forget
every
the other
week. Like
stuff.
1 week they're eating laundry detergent. Do you see that? Like they're eating Tide Pods.
I did see that.
I mean, what are we doing, man?
I don't know.
Not a fan of this new culture, Joe. Not a fan.
Everybody needs attention, man. We all need attention.
I suppose.
All need a little bit of that, Woody, for sure. All right. Hey, we've got 8 o'clock hour coming up. We'll jump on a lot more stuff here in South Florida going on. A lot of baseball stuff, man. The Canes trying to get that first baseball win in the regional. Get off to a good start tonight against Troy. 6 o'clock game. We'll tell you more about that in the update coming up right after this.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the Bulls with Westwood One Sports. Friday, I'm feeling good about Guerrero. Toronto's Vlad Jr. is again lashing out against lefties, hitting .324 against them this year. Facing Baltimore's Trevor Rogers, who he's 3 for 6 lifetime against. He should gash the gap. Rogers has a 6.11 ERA at home this year. Give me Guerrero over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBI, no matter the juice. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan,
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with baseball, and the Marlins will be in New York to begin a 3-game series with the Mets. Tonight's first pitch is at 7:10. You can catch the game right here on WQAM. And the Hurricanes will open up play in the Gainesville Regional today against Troy. Their first pitch is at 6. In the NBA, the Spurs took Game 6 from the Thunder, 118-91. Game 7 will be tomorrow night in OKC, and in the NHL, Carolina will look to close out Montreal in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. Puck drops there at 8. Joe, the NBA last night, my God, the Spurs put it on the Thunder. Do they bounce back in Game 7? 3.5-point favorites.
You just
Thunder.
asked me. I think Game 7 is going to be unbelievable. I don't see OKC getting blown out at home.
Kind of like to see these teams play like a best of 10 here. I mean, this is like
I'd like to see OKC.
They don't like each other, these teams.
Full strength, which they're not. And there's some bad blood. I think it's great, man. I think this series has been fantastic, and I don't like blowouts. And that thing was over early last night. 32-13. San Antonio outscored Oklahoma City in that third quarter, and that was lights out and a 27-point loss. But man, this stuff's great. And Victor Wembanyama, man, he is like, I didn't know you had that in you, man.
Yeah, he's all feisty, huh?
Everybody thought he was going to back down. He's got that body, and he's not. He's kind of a quiet, nice guy. And now he's like, he's huddling guys together. And wow.
An incredible upset if they win Game 7, the Spurs. I know it's only a 3.5-point spread, but OKC
is it really an upset?
Well, you look at the body of work for OKC, right? I mean, they've been beating everyone for a few years now.
But Wemby's taking a different he taking his game to a whole different level here. You
Absolutely.
know, because everybody goes, well, regular season, anybody can. Let's see how he plays in the playoffs.
It's a tough place to play, though, so
We'll
see for Game 7. That's why he went home court advantage.
Nothing seems too big for him so far. Now, he's played better at home, obviously, but yeah, man. He had the 41. When do you have the 41-24? That was first game of this series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some really nice players. I mean, they're all high first-round picks. We shouldn't be surprised. But, man, that's a good team. And Oklahoma City, of course, they've cruised through and clearly been the best team in the NBA. And now we got to find out, see if SGA has another gear for his game. And he needs some help, though. They get that supporting cast we've been bragging about coming off the bench and all those things. But there's just nothing negative. I hear guys overnight saying, hey, this series has been, this is not good basketball. Well, what's good basketball? Everybody used to bitch about 91-86, and that wasn't good basketball. Then it's a shootout. It's not good basketball. What's good basketball? We got some of the best players.
People just want to complain.
We got two of the best players in basketball.
It's a great series. Now, it's even better when there's a blowout during the week because you get a little extra sleep and you'll be ready for Saturday night.
Good point.
You don't have to stay up late and watch that thing.
I think I'm looking forward to it. I just like ripping the flopping for listen, the flopping, first of all, if anybody thinks the flopping just started, especially if you're an older guy, you're really not that smart, especially you're always ripping everybody for being dumb and you're the smart guy. Like that flopping thing's been around. Well, what's Vladdy's last name? He used to play for the Lakers.
Vlade Divac?
Yeah. He was like, they used to kill him. Like, stop.
Well, the foreign players brought it into the game.
I don't know. Is it them? Are they the one?
I think they can shoulder a lot of the blame for it. The soccer culture.
I think now you're going to take shots at soccer.
It's part of soccer. I mean, it just is. Wait till the World Cup comes around.
You can draw some cards on it. So maybe.
There's nothing like a soccer injury, man.
I don't know. We
guys see the card, they pop right back up.
We're just playing these games, and we get off the games. People lose games usually because of your play, not because of one call, although Buffalo would disagree with me right now. Buffalo's had a couple going, yeah, don't tell us about it. We don't want to hear about that. But flopping, and like one guy flops more than other. And I always love this one, too, because I'm around Golden State fans, and they complain that the Lakers are the great floppers with LeBron, who used to be, remember, LeBron gets every call.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got his sidekick, who's Luca.
Yeah.
And Luca whines about it. Look at him get up. He didn't get a call. He stays on the floor and cries while the guy's going to, he already plays horrible defense. And then he goes, watches the team go back
If there
down
was
the end for a
one
layup.
thing that I would change and something that's bothered me, you hear like Wilbon, the kids are going to copy what this guy's doing and we're going to have a generation of floppers.
They're already told, like, if you get in position defensively and the guy tries to bully you, go back.
And Wilbon is right on this one part. Like, the kids do watch these games and they do emulate what these guys, like I told you, we were running practice with 9-year-olds and all they want to do is shoot threes. None of them can barely even reach the rim from that far.
I don't think your kids, and you have to tell me, I believe that. Yes, I do believe they understand the 3-point shot. There's a life for everybody if you can make threes.
Mm-hmm.
But Woody, you're not going to tell me kids are going around flopping. I don't buy it. I don't buy that little kids are going around and start flopping because I don't believe that.
Well, here's the thing, though. I do think that kids emulate what they see pro athletes do. Of course they do. We all do, right? If
They
there
like
was
the
one
celebration.
thing,
They like celebrations of pros.
Yeah. If there was one thing I would love to get out of the game, it's the constant berating of the officials and the constant complaining.
Can't stop it.
You can stop it. You could easily
cannot
stop it. You could tell players, if you complain to a referee during a game, anything other than a respectful conversation, you just get an automatic technical foul. Maybe you get it out of the game.
They're not going to do that.
But
They're not gonna do
that to
that.
me
They're
is
not
the
gonna
worst
do
because
that
we
with
do
the star
have
players.
9-year-olds that do get after the refs, and that's the worst.
Well, you're right.
Because they see all these guys do it. So they go to, they take a shot and they think they get fouled and they put their arms up and, they're waiting for the call.
Star players are going to complain and they're not going to get kicked out of games. They're not going to get technicals very often.
Yeah. I'm sick of the guy thinks it's a foul. He starts waving his finger in a circle for the review.
By the way, you
So
notice
obnoxious.
most of the time the coach blows it off.
Yeah, of course.
He's
'cause
like,
you can't waste your challenge.
dude, I'm not wasting on that because you're upset. James Harden does that. He sits down.
Yeah,
there
he
and
waves his
down.
finger every single time. Yeah.
I don't know, the flopping thing. Well, flopping got, must have worked because San Antonio went after him last night. But, the flopping thing's getting old.
See, this guy, like he said,
It's not-
LeBron's been flopping, crying since he entered the NBA. LeBron has nothing to do with this conversation, man. If you have a hard on for LeBron, you don't like him, whatever. But
that's a lot of what this goes down to.
yeah, I mean, it's just, he doesn't enter this conversation.
I got
Nobody's taken more of a beating throughout their career. I don't care what era than LeBron.
Shaq would say he got beat up, and because
Sure.
he was physical, because a big physical guy, he didn't get any calls. I remember Shaq complaining.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if you go up in the northern part of that state where there's a lot of Golden State fans, they think LeBron, they agree with that. They think LeBron gets every call of everything. Although this year didn't seem like it did it. We saw him get knocked around pretty good. Remember, his coach came out a couple times and said, how the hell does LeBron get beat up like that and not get more calls? Of course, that could be to try to keep him. Nobody said anything about where LeBron's going.
I don't think anyone knows.
Doesn't he stay where he
Someone
is?
called Steph Curry a flopper. That's funny. Yeah, sure.
I never think of Steph Curry as a
'Cause
flopper.
he's not. People like who they like, bro. I don't know. You probably think Jimmy Butler's a flopper.
I don't think that. I just think he's a quitter. I don't think he's a flopper. I think he quit on his team.
Quitter's worse than flopper, right?
Quitter's worst thing you can have.
Mm.
The flopping. By the way, you guys, I love it. Everybody's got a guy they remember, right? Flopping. Guy either trying to draw calls offensively or always every time they covered somebody well and backwards like they got knocked back by a guy 900 pounds. It's just, hey. And guess what? Football season's right around the corner. We're going to start right back up. How much wine? What's the number one wine we have with football?
The problem with football and these calls is that they always those seem to have severe impacts on games, right? And then the other part is that nobody seems to know the rules ever.
You know what?
How many years have we been trying to figure out what a catch is? That goes back to like that Des Bryant.
I think we have a pretty good idea, except for
no, we don't have a good idea.
Except for the one catch at the end of the year, the Buffalo.
That was the biggest play the entire season, and it's a controversial play.
So do we still know right now? Do we have any idea? We still 50-50 on.
No, they just let it go, man. No one knows. It's good for their business, probably.
I'll tell you one thing I'd like to get rid of. I'd like to go to the college pass interference, no matter what.
15 yards.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Instead of giving 50-yard plays to guys that, you got a tight ball game and you call a play down, wherever it happens, guys goes up and gets in a guy's face. And I'd rather just go to that. I think college got some of these things I like. That's one of them.
You want to bring targeting into the NFL?
No.
You want to suspend guys for a half of the next game?
No. Hey, man, I feel sorry. I say this all the time. Defensively, it's hard to be a defensive player right now in the league. How about a pass rusher? If you hit the guy too high, hit him too high or too low, you hit him around the head, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit him down by the knees, that's a penalty. Put the Tom Brady rule in.
Weight. You can't put your weight on
and the
him.
weight on top of him.
Can't throw him down. You can't throw the guy down.
Oh, no, you can't do that. You whip him down like they used to. You see those old highlights. Yeah. You're done. By the way, how about they slide late? How about all these quarterbacks have figured out they slide late and then you get drilled and then everybody's mad. Like, why don't you just slide earlier? The guy's already taken off. He goes, so the guy's going to try to take me on. I'm going to get a free shot.
Well, I think Mahomes was the worst with that, right? Mahomes was the guy that would fake like he was going out of bounds. Then he turned back upfield and put his shoulder down into you.
I think the league has put a halt on that. No, because he did do that. And then some other guys tried that. Josh Allen did the fake slide in the middle of the field like he was going to slide. And everybody started getting him. He just kept running. He ran another 20 yards down the field. They're going, now we got to try to tackle this big son of a gun. Hey, anyway, we the floppers out there, all you floppers or part-timers that whatever it is.
Just leave LeBron out of it.
Part-timers.
Right.
It's a part-time show today. Part-timers.
Someone said LeBron has I'm not calling him LeBron. This guy has nothing on the beatings MJ took. Get out of here, man.
MJ got beat up. Have you not seen?
I've seen it.
Have you seen all the episodes?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Did you see what the Pistons did to that man?
Ron
Rothstein, shame on you for being part of that.
Whatever.
It's the defensive coordinator on that team, Ron Rothstein, telling him when he goes to the back. Remember, he started lifting more weights. He said, I'm tired of those guys beating me up. I'm going to start lifting weights.
Someone said the NBA has become unwatchable during the regular season. The playoffs are a little better to watch. Well, the ratings are through the roof, so I think they appreciate you.
All the games are just different when it gets to the playoffs. No matter what anybody says, and I know even hockey guys play hard during the regular season, but they got different gear when they're playing in the playoffs. Right?
Hockey playoffs those are nuts.
They
finish every check.
By the way, if a guy gets injured in hockey, that dude's injured.
Play on.
No, if the guy's injured and can't come back in a game, that guy, he's getting a surgery. Those guys, those are the toughest mofos, man, I've ever seen in my life.
You ever heard of a concussion in the hockey playoffs?
No, that guy comes back fast.
Yeah. Guy got hit in the face. He was sitting on the bench. Did you see that? Guy got hit in the face with the puck. While he was sitting on the bench. He went back for a minute.
Hey, well, let me ask you.
Glue him
how would you like
together
to throw your body in front of a puck when a guy's getting ready to fire one 90-something miles an hour?
Bro, if I got hit in the face with a hockey puck, I'd be...
And these guys sell out. They throw their body in front of it like they know they're going to get hit, and they're praying it doesn't hit them in a couple of areas, including the face, because it's a broken bone right away. Hey, Baptist Health, South Florida. Speaking of the Panthers, we're talking about the Dolphins. Yeah. Oh, my God. People ask me all the time, where do the pros go when they get injured? And I go, enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Dolphins. They all use those great doctors at Baptist Health, South Florida. What a great sports medicine program. I'm talking firsthand, man. Last couple of surgeries have been at Baptist Health, South Florida. Great work. I mean, unbelievable specialists they have. You put together an all-star lineup of specialists, great facilities, great team doctors. Man, and it's great for all of us. I know everybody's going to think, well, it's just for pro athletes and college athletes and high school athletes. No, it's for all of us. I'm talking about some of the top specialists in the industry: knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. They do it all. And by the way, you talk about the experience when you go in there. They know how quickly. It's about great rehab too, right? Not only a fantastic surgery, but the rehabilitation to do it the right way and get you right back out playing the sports that you love so much. Hey, with 3 great facilities like Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation, the next time you have an injury, you don't have to call me. You can get it on your own to see those great doctors. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho today.
All right, Joe, before we get back to the show here, we got a chance for you to win sold-out VIP tickets to Drew Estate's Florida Barn Smoker this November. Throughout the day, you'll enjoy premium and VIP cigars, curated food and beverage experiences, food trucks, drinks, and more. To enter, text the word Barn Smoker to 20357. Again, that is Barn Smoker to 20357. You must be 21 and up to enter and attend. Valid ID is required at event registration. We also have our other ticket giveaway that we are doing, and we can do that whenever you want, Joe.
Well, I think we should do it before we get to a very busy 9 o'clock hour, is what I'm thinking.
You got Mike Florio coming up. A lot of stuff to get to with Mike today, right?
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
Always a lot going on.
I like his take on all the college stuff. He seems to have a pretty good feel on all that with his lawyer background and all that. But
so are we done saying student athletes, by the way? Can we stop with the student? I think the athletic directors are the last ones that still say student
I
athletes.
think they would prefer that you did still use that term.
I know Joe would like it.
Well, here's the thing. Technically, they are. While they are, yes, they are getting paid, they are still going to class. I mean, they have to. You were there when we discussed it.
Well, they're still on scholarship, yes.
They're going to class. A lot of them. Look, the other thing, too, is like a lot of them should go to class. How many guys are going pro?
Not all of them. You're right.
A very small percent.
A lot of them will. Now, listen, I'm guessing most of the guys in the big programs will at least get a tryout, right? Get a chance to go. Not everybody, but most guys will get a tryout, rookie free agent tryout. But you're right. Most of those guys will not make it. As crazy as it is.
There's only 2 rounds in the NBA draft. How many Division I players are there? Thousands?
Yeah. That's why those guys are trying to stay 17 years in college basketball.
Yeah.
I think I have another year of eligibility.
Well, they're letting, 128 teams into the tournament this year. So,
and just to follow that up, that's why the NCAA is so frustrated. These guys asking for an extra year, and they were injured at one point early in their career, and they think they deserve another year, and because of the money. And they realize in some cases they're going to make more money. Look at these college quarterbacks. Unless a guy knows and is just flat out of eligibility and there's nothing he can do about it, they're going to stay in college. They're going to stay in college. We got guys that we're going to get drafted, maybe not in the first round, but we're going to get drafted, and they're going to stay in college. They're going to make $6-7 million. These contracts are coming out. Brendan Sorsby, $6 million. He's going to fight. He's going to put as much money as possible into the legal system to try to get that thing overruled by the NCAA to get his eligibility back. He got $6 million. Reasons why.
Well, I'm guessing the school has his back too.
Well, of course they do. They're the ones giving him the $6 million because, in a lot of cases, and they're.
Hey, man, everyone deserves a second or however many bets he put in chance.
But he committed the ultimate bet on his own team. I know he did it a long time ago, but he
wasn't Mike Florio that was like, what's the harm in betting for yourself?
I disagree.
Well,
I disagree.
If you take the over on your
then
point
Pete
total,
Rose should have been, and that's what Pete Rose said. I only bet on my team to win.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know it's not. I'm not saying it's okay or anything, but like if a guy was taking his own over, I mean, it should be less of an outrage.
You're not trying to flip this, are you?
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't like Terry Rozier taking, having his goons take the under and then leaving the game. Like, that's kind of,
Some people want to get rid of prop bets.
But if Terry Rozier told his guys, like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and ball out tonight, take the over, and he hit on all his numbers, like, is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know.
Then he doesn't get it. Then all those guys are complaining, like, dude, you said you're going to have it. You didn't tell us you were going to go 4 for 26 from the field.
I mean, Wemby basically did that last night, the way he walked into that game. Do you see he was wearing that robe thing?
Woody, he didn't have bet
he
on.
Essentially was basically telling you, take my over.
The only problem with if you bet on yourself and take the overs, it could be the detriment of your team and the game. You might just focus on your own game, trying to get points and not worry about anything
become
else.
a very selfish player.
And it could hurt your team. That's what I guess the argument of taking your over would be, betting on yourself.
Woody, I'm
There's
starting
no
to worry.
IN
You talk so much about gambling these days. I'm serious. You're starting to scare me that you have a problem. I'm dead serious. I'm thinking about calling your wife. I was going to tell you this privately, but I'm just going to tell you.
And I was going to ask you privately after the show for some money. So
just 100 to get through the weekend.
Yeah, do you mind?
My Hard Rock app, it's a little low right now. Can you put a few dollars in there off your credit card? I'll get it back to you next week. I'm gonna have a big weekend, Joe. I got some slam dunk winners, man. You're such a clown.
Could you imagine if I did ask you for money for gambling? That would be rough.
Be rough for you and your wife found out.
You would rat?
Real rough for you. Oh, I'll rat you in a heartbeat.
Would you?
In the name of addiction, yes.
I feel like you're not the ratting type.
I'm not, but the addiction thing is.
Okay.
I have, I've been known to protect people.
I just didn't think you were the rat. All right. Because you've called our boss the rat.
So let me ask you. Yeah, that what he did to me was wrong.
He did rat on you.
He ratted right to the top.
Yeah, straight to the top.
I'm covering my ass, Joe. Let me ask you.
That was the first week he started listening to the show, too.
Yeah, right. It was the first time he heard the 9 o'clock hour. Gee, that was incredible. You're a bad guy.
You're going to end up getting fired on a Friday.
Guy's getting ready to retire, and you're acting like that. That's what happens.
Well, you don't like when people rats. I just was surprised to hear that you would.
If you had a problem,
you'd
be mad if I went to your wife and say, your husband, I don't know if you've noticed, the money's disappearing. You might want to check.
I'm just looking at Dan. I don't.
Hey, all day,
you got
Dan
anything
Day.
for me here,
All
Dan
day,
Day?
Dan
I don't
Day.
know.
Is that ratting if I think he's got a problem? He's hurting those two little boys a little bit because he's got a little out of control on the gambling. Is that wrong?
My question is, why me today? Like, don't pull me into this.
Yeah. Conversation's turning pretty bad.
Me.
You're gonna pick sides on my first day here? Hold up.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm like 2. I'm a part-time gambler.
Nah, Joe. Joe, in all honesty, rat him out. Rat him out.
No, I'm not going to do that. All right. Hey, listen, man. We've got to go to break here. We always got to go to break. We're the breakers.
Just take the over.
Take the over. It's always over. I'm always
I'm
over.
in bed on that game Saturday night, though. That's going to be fun.
You should. No.
Who do you like?
OKC.
Yeah?
To bounce back.
They're on the boost on the app.
I know when you lose by 27, it's kind of hard. Like
but
I'm
there's
on
been
them.
blowouts both ways though in this one. Do we get a blowout?
No, San Antonio. Those young guys, man. They don't go away. They're not going away, Woody. Hey, man, I want to talk to you about Loctite for just a second. We're a couple of days away from hurricane season, the beginning of hurricane season. It's a long one. And we're going to start seeing all those TV reports coming in, and it all starts aiming right at us. And I just want to make sure that you're protecting your home. And if you've been thinking about impact windows and doors or a new roof, man, you need to do it right now. You need to get going with Loctite. This is what Loctite does. And they cover all of South Florida. Make sure you have a great experience. But I do want to let you know, there's no reason to wait any longer. The Chef Talks, the CEO is always talking about, hey, man, get it done. The only thing you can do, you can't predict when it's going to hit. You can't control that, but you can control making sure you've taken care of your home with the best products. And that's why Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing would love to be there for you. 100% financing, 0 down, no interest, no payments for a year. Hey, you need a new roof. They do tile, shingle, metal flat. And if you're going, we're going to wait one more year, but we need some repairs, they go, we do that too. Take care of the repairs for you. Hey, Loctite Impact Windows as low as $6 per month per window installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Covering all of South Florida. They do everything for you. Take care of all the permits and HOA approvals and everything else. Loctite Impact is a licensed insured contractor. hey, man, you're in for a great experience. Give them a chance. Hey, you're starting to look around, putting some bids together and want to find out what everybody's going to cost and stuff. Let Loctite in on the party. You're going to love them. You really are. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com or call 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to answer all your questions and get it started covering all of South Florida. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Shop exceptional Cadillac offers now at the 3-time Cadillac Dealer of the Year, Edmore Sawgrass Cadillac. Visit EdmoreSawgrassCadillac.com. You're always backed by Morse.
First game of a 3-game series for the Marlins tonight. They're in New York to face the Mets. Marlins on Deck starts the coverage at 6:30. Game action at 7:10. Listen to the Marlins with us. FM 104.3 WQAM. And always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
You know they locked in. Let's go.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Loctite Impact, South Florida's top-rated impact windows, doors, and roofing provider with thousands of 5-star reviews.
#1 based on total new Toyota retail sales in the Southeast region for 2025 per Southeast Toyota distributors. For over 60 years, 3 generations of the Zen family built a legacy of Toyota excellence. It's our incredible values that made Toyota of Hollywood #1. Get a 2025 pre-owned Corolla LE, not $24,000, just $17,988. $17,988 for a 20
Joe, before we get back to live action here, how about we do our last giveaway of the week? Today is Friday, yes?
All right, I like that. What kind of giveaway do you have?
Let's try to make someone's weekend here. Sebastian Maniscalco is coming to Hard Rock Live in November. We're going to give away a pair of tickets. We're also throwing in a Stoner's Pizza. So
good combination. Very nice combination. Yeah.
These are great tickets. People really want these. 305-567-0560. We'll go caller 5.
Great. Sounds good, Woody. And we got 9 o'clock hour, which means 9 o'clock hour on a Friday. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. And
you're not going to ask him about the Tua thing, are you?
I asked you, should I?
Oh, probably.
I mean, I will. See what he's so
I see it starting to make the rounds now. So Kyle Krabs texts me at 11:30 last night. I was sleeping.
Yeah.
I wake up to it this morning, and I think his direct quote was, "Make sure that the big guy doesn't get wind of this."
Which meant he
Hope
wanted,
I'm not,
yeah, he wanted you to do what you do so well.
I don't want to burn Kyle's trust here, but yeah, he says don't let the big guy catch wind of this one.
Well, he gave it to you so you would tell me about it.
I don't think he's that kind of guy. I don't think he likes to see you get riled up.
I'm not.
I do, but I don't think that he does. He's a nice person.
After having two on this team, are you surprised by that comment? Can you play it one more time for me, please, if you would?
I have a 3-year-old who's going to be 4.
That's nice.
And I have a 2-year-old, boy and girl. I think it's the best, man. I think it's the best. I think that's my first job, and I'm a part-time football player. I'm just glad I still get to live my dream out and be able to play. So blessed, but it's the best, man.
Well, you play like a part-timer. I will say that. I give you credit for that. Yeah. So we're paying $53 million minus the 1 point something that the Atlanta Falcons are paying. But yeah, talking about being a full-time dad and a part-time football player, especially quarterback at that. There's nothing about being part-time at any position, especially quarterback, that Tua went with. But honestly, I'm not surprised by anything he says. I don't think he meant it the way it came out, but I think after 5 or 6 times last year of things that he said, they're just all head scratchers, to put it nicely, because I don't want to just blitz a guy. Just stupid things that you say that aren't very well thought out. And in some cases, he has to come back because Ann would say, hey, are you sure you want to say that? Because it's about ready to make national news. And he goes, oh, I didn't realize that. And he go back, and I didn't mean it that way. And
well, he didn't. It's sad that he's just has trouble. I don't know. Just doesn't read the room very well, I guess.
Read the room. Like
I don't think
sense.
I don't think he's a mean-spirited
No,
dude.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I don't
he's done
either.
with mean, but
there's just
imagine he's like, yeah, I'm here part-time because those idiots at the Dolphins are footing the bill.
Yeah, he's like, hey, man, you guys aren't paying, so like I'm just kind of part-time here. Matter of fact, I'm here, but I'm going to enjoy the hell out of my kids. They're going to enjoy it. Just tell me what you guys do around here in Atlanta, because I love being with my kids and my wife. And so let me know, and then the other time I'll be here at the meetings, but I will be part-time.
Chris and Pembroke Pines got the tickets, by the way.
Good.
If you're calling.
Good, man. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
It's a rough one, man. It's a rough comment. But I don't think he means anything by it. I don't think he means to be.
No. I think he says a lot of.
It's a nice sentiment, right? Like I get, like he's a dad. He's a dad first, father first. That's a nice.
Then just
talk
talk about that. Like, hey, man, you guys don't know much about me, and I'm private, but my kids are very important to me, or say something like that. But don't go. I mean, most people think he's going to start. Listen to all these shows. Everybody's going, he's going to start. The other guy probably not going to be healthy after his third ACL.
I'll be honest. I'll tune
he's
in.
He's going to get confidence.
I want to see him start. Players. Don't you?
Well, I think
it'd be fascinating to watch him start on another team.
So I'm guessing he's throwing it really well right now because nobody's touching him. Everything's clean.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got good skill set.
I also saw videos
players
the
up
other
there.
guy they said was ripping it. Everyone's ripping it.
I don't
right
know if
now.
ripping it is the right word for him.
But everyone is. I saw videos that popped up the other day of Gardner Minshew. Like they go, oh, Gardner Minshew looks fantastic in OTAs.
Well, they call them highlights for a reason. They don't call them lowlights. Hey, by the way, let's go to his lowlights.
What they need to do is post one of those videos of an underthrow. Atlanta.
They're not going to do that.
No.
We
own that.
We own that one time. You don't let that go. Nothing gets by you, man. Nothing gets by you. You be a bad guy to fight with.
You think the guy who
Hey, by
posted
the way,
that video is laughing somewhere?
Hey, can I just say this? Because my wife does it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And but you got it a little bit too. There are certain things that you'll throw out from years ago when you're in the middle of a fight, just to knowing something from a few years ago, and you'll throw it in there just to get that dig in there. Are you that guy?
But you got to admit, like it's an outrageous thing to do. I can't imagine too many other teams would have done something like that.
I mean,
it was not a great idea.
How do we get to that? How do we get to underthrow and a friggin'
Because he looks good in the highlight videos that they're posting now. Everybody has looked good in the highlight videos.
Did you see Carson Beck's throw? Carson Beck chewing it up, and I was
Right.
waiting to see all these highlights. So one fade to the outside and perfectly thrown ball from the 20-yard line into the end zone.
Ruben looked good, and what was that, rookie orientation or something?
I'm not taking – maybe all these guys will be good. Maybe they all will be. All I know is that comment was just – it was a Tua special.
Yes.
Remember? Hey, I don't know why didn't you get the ball to Waddle? Well, I couldn't see over the offensive line and their defensive line. Oh, that's a new one.
How do you feel about playing Josh Allen?
How do you feel like playing against Josh? Oh, he's a lot better than I am. Oh, my God. He can run, throw.
He does everything I can't.
He does everything I can't do.
Oh, my one! I like the one.
Go
where he
ahead.
said
You're
it was,
good. I'm just going to listen. Go ahead.
Why
What
do I
else?
like the one where he said it's too loud at home? Can't hear.
Yeah.
Remember, that was a problem. What was it? When they were playing maybe Pittsburgh or something? It's too many opposing fans.
How about out of nowhere? How about out of nowhere he goes, they lose a game, he stands up there and goes, well, we can't even get guys to show up to our player-only meetings. Like, what? That's what you come up with after bad throws?
Yeah, but we don't hold a grudge.
Oh, man, listen, that's just the beginning. I thought that show me the money thing. Like everybody.
Oh, Bo really. hates that one.
Bo was good. Bo was done with him.
Bo.
That was the day Kim Bocamper was done with him.
Really? That was it?
That was the day.
That was the tipping point?
Bo goes, everybody knows your contract is, and now you're going to throw it in every middle-class fan that's out here sweating to watch you play, and you come out talking about, hey, show me the money. Show me the money. I got $200 million guaranteed coming to me, and you don't.
I respect Bo being a man of the people, but if the guy went and balled out and you're like, wow, what we got a bargain, I don't think anyone would care.
No, nobody would.
Then it would be fun.
Nobody care about
Show me
any of
money
this
would be
stuff.
fun.
If all those things.
Hmm.
I don't know. We just spent way too much time on it.
He lives rent-free in our heads.
He does. Rent-free in my head. Kyle Krabs, you're a bad, bad man.
This
That's
was all
I can-
Kyle's
I
doing.
know.
The nicest guy that we know
Look at-
in this business.
Look at
the nicest one.
So he sees this, and the first thing he thinks about is send it to us.
He wanted me to terrorize you with this morning.
You did. You're not going to affect it. I don't think, honestly, I just think he's not very smart. I don't think it was anything else. I just think he was like, he got going on his kids, and, hey, listen, you talk about your kids, everybody goes, I love it. Family man, good Christian. This guy's got it on. He goes, and I'm a part-time football player. And let me put that one, give you something to think about after all those good things. Hey, I want to talk to you about something else. My man, Mike Ocazzi at Choice Mortgage, nothing part-time about this dude. He is working 7 days a week. First of all, I got to get you approved quickly so we can get you going on that money, that debt consolidation, that reverse mortgage, first-time home buyers, low rates, going to get you the lowest possible rates with very little money down. Hey, man, he's put together some great programs, but really it's about getting you approved quickly. hey, when you need money, you got all that equity in your home and you could really use it for a lot of different reasons. Hey, maybe you're in a condo right now and all of a sudden something you thought was going to be a slam dunk the rest of your life and now you're finding out insurance are going up, HOA fees are going up, and now you got to find out you've got to split it with everybody else and come up with a lot of money because a lot of work has to be done to the condo. Oh my gosh, there's nothing more frustrating. And now it's gotten so bad you're living off your credit card at 17, 18% a month. Well, don't do that. Don't do that, please. You can go the reverse mortgage, more popular than ever. If you and your spouse are 62 or older, you qualify. Any kind of debt consolidation. Let Mike Okatsi come in and help you out real quickly. Mike Okatsi at Choice Mortgage, the man has no life. He truly works 7 days a week. Call or text him. He'll get right back to you. 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. 30 years in the business. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender ready to help you today.
If it's going down, you know we on it. If it's going down, you know we on it. WQAM got Miami sports. Yeah, we run it.
Dolphins OTAs wrap up today. Zach Sealer says, good vibes so far.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. A lot of these guys want to come down here and work. They're flying around out there. The energy's been great. Seeing the guys from last year, Trader over there, just kind of keep growing up and learning ball and just wanting to just get better every single day has been incredible. So it's been a good OTAs and I'm excited for what happens.
Mandatory minicamp starts next week. The Marlins road trip continues tonight in New York against the Mets. Listen to the game here. Marlins on deck at 6:30. Game action at 7:10. Are the Heat going to get Giannis? Will they trade their pick in the draft? We're talking about it. We're keeping an eye on the Panthers off season 2. Crucial Game 6 in the NBA Western Conference Finals last night. Details here. Carolina could punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup Final with a win over the Canadiens tonight in the NHL Eastern Conference Final. Fantastic Friday on FM 104.3 WQAM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. Download it today.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off? That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start January 7th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
It's the season to come together over your holiday favorites at Starbucks. Warm up with a creamy caramel brulee latte. Get festive with an iced gingerbread chai. Or share a velvety peppermint mocha. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Atlantic Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work, be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 877-455-7300 or go to atlanticmensclinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This ain't pop. This ain't pretty. This is Southern hospitality. The Black Crows, Whiskey Myers, blues-soaked guitars, outlaw swagger. Rock and roll the way it was meant to be. Loud, raw, and real. The Southern Hospitality Tour. The Black Crows, Whiskey Myers.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. Always pay less your price Tito at Doral Kia. Visit us at DoralKia.com. Starting with baseball, the Marlins will be in New York to begin a 3-game series with the Mets. Tonight's first pitch is at 7:10. You can catch the game right here on WQAM. And the Hurricanes will open up play in the Gainesville Regional against Troy. Their first pitch is at 6. In the NBA, the Spurs took Game 6 from the Thunder, 118-91. Game 7 will be tomorrow night in OKC. And in the NHL, Carolina will look to close out Montreal in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. The puck drops at 8. Time for your weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. We are in the low 80s and a 5% chance of rain. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Little taste of some of these big guys coming out hitting them. Like, all right, you think you're going to run around our guy? How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
So if you're not practicing in pads, how do you get hard? How do you get physical if you're not doing that?
The throw to Ayuk inside, touchdown. Samuel leading the way. Ayuk comes inside of him.
And I'm a part-time football player.
Some would say the way we do this show, it looks a little part-time from time to time as well. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Last hour. You cannot mess up the last hour of the week here for us. Many of you out there will be going all day and got a lot of things going on this weekend. Actually going to see some grandchildren and try to, what do you got?
Somebody very kind enough to help us out here. Tua had the chips and sitting on the couch thing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one?
Oh, the chips. Oh, God.
But I'm sorry to interrupt you. Grandchildren?
No. There's nothing.
Saw that pop up right in front of my face. And that was a good one.
Just watch me. I'm sitting down.
Awesome.
That was a good one.
Yeah. He was ripping the fans, remember?
Is that when he was a heavy two or the slender two? I can't remember. I get them all confused.
No, that had nothing to do with him eating chips. That was the fans that were sitting around eating chips.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
but I was wondering what he looked like.
I don't know which Tua era that was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Thank you for the assist on that one.
Yeah.
Dr. Toboggan on the
he
chat here.
By the way, that's why you can't have like 12 guys that you meet with every week in that leadership room. What was that called? It had another name, not the leadership
The nap room?
No, not the nap room. That was a long time ago.
The leadership council?
Whatever it was, where the guys got to sit and talk about everything with the team.
The council.
Council.
You ever go to the nap room? You ever nap?
I did go in it to see what it was like because it didn't do real well. And
what did it look like? You saw the inside of it?
Yeah, of course
really?
I did.
What did it look like?
You know whose idea it was?
No.
You do.
Whose idea was it? Was it Mike?
Not Mike McDaniel, but it was a Mike. You want to guess again?
No.
A VP of football operations.
Oh, no, not Tannenbaum.
Mike Tannenbaum.
Oh, no.
That was his idea.
What did it look like in there? Like, how many beds are we talking?
No, it wasn't set up as beds. It was.
What, did you have to bring your own sleeping bag? Just an empty room. You bring your own stuff.
So,
blow up mattresses.
So here's how this thing works. That stuff's all great when you're winning, but when you're not winning, and then people start looking at things like it'd be great, but now the guy fell asleep and missed the meeting after.
Did you check the nap room?
Listen, they go in there. Hey, you're out last night. Yeah, I was just catching a little sleep here. I guess I overslept. No.
Why do I feel like if you guys had a nap room when you were playing, there would have been a lot of nasty pranks on the people that would sleep?
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Did you guys do that? Like when you would travel, you go into like other people's hotel rooms while they were trying to sleep and just mess with them? Do bad stuff to them while they were sleeping?
Yeah. By the way, you couldn't even our guys were so mean, Woody. They were so mean. Like, so you take your helmet. Nobody puts their helmet on till you walk out with your helmet, and you literally you put your helmet on right after you stretch. So you had your helmet next to you, even when you were stretching. Remember, we could take our helmet off and stretch in pads. Meanwhile, people would take powder. We had a lot of powder. and that powder,
Mhm.
and then you put your helmet on because nobody would check, and it would burn your eyes to the point you couldn't practice. And you could see the powder coming down the front of their face, and it always would get somebody. And the guy go, "Oh man, they got me. Oh, you guys, man." And Shoes like good pranks. I'm not saying Shoes didn't get a couple laughs. I'm
Mhm.
sure, but he didn't think it was funny when you missed practice.
Yeah.
I told you. I don't know if it was, and I'm probably going to say it was Robert Sewell or Robert Sowell. He passed away. He's a special teams player. He's the guy that got there late. So they used to just load up Bengay, this Bengay stuff, hot stuff to loosen up your muscles, and they put in his jock strap. And he was so last second, he never checked, and he put it on, and he's burned up. So he went to hospital. He missed practice that day. That stuff's not funny to Shula. That's a prank gone poorly. The other thing is those little stickers. You ever see the little stickers off the weeds, and they stuck. So you had those tight pants on when you're practicing. So before guys would stretch, he'd warm up, and we'd all be stand up, warming up a little bit, and guys would throw them, and they'd stick to your rear end. So when you sat down, they'd explode, and you had all these little stickers all over your rear end, and they hurt. I mean, they didn't not like a nail or something, but
Did you say they used to put thumbtacks down?
we did put thumbtacks. That was a given. Like if you sat in your chair
What kind
for
of
a team
pranks are
meeting,
these, though? I mean, these are not even pranks. It's
so
just
those are the old thumbtacks. You haven't seen the old flat
the
ones?
metal ones.
No,
the
not
all metal.
yeah, but they were flat, and then they could sit perfectly on a
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
And then so we had a game, and Ronnie Lee, who had a big wide rear end, he had about 14 one day, and he jumped out of his chair. And again, Shoes doesn't think those kind of things are funny. Once he starts talking and a guy goes, "Ah!" He go, because everybody stops to see, and then he turns, and we had back then we wore the tight green pants.
Mm-hmm.
And you turned, and he had thumbtacks all over his rear end. I mean, he was pulling them out, and and Ronnie had a temper too, and he didn't think that stuff was funny. But so you had to get to a point when you walked in, you had to, if you didn't check your chair every day. I mean, this is 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
One day, obviously, you had off, but 6 days a week, you had to check your chair, because if the Blackwood brothers were on the team, they were sticking them in there. They'd gone to the drugstore and they just bought a ton of them. The ones that you used to pin, to the cork, wall stuff that you had. But if you were not paying attention and you were in a serious conversation, you went to sit in your chair and you didn't look down, you were getting 6 or 7 thumbtacks. And by the way, those guys came in early to study before they do it. The Blackwood brothers were great at scouting ahead of time to see what you did. Like, oh, he comes in late, I'll get him on the jock strap. Oh, this guy's not looking. He never looks at his chair. He just sits down. Or guys that wore glasses and didn't have their glasses on, they got crushed.
My God, man.
So
they actually scouted out, looked for people's weaknesses.
Yes.
Mm.
By the way, another one? Take the keys and go hide your car.
Oh.
So you're done,
mm-hmm.
and you're going, dude, that's not funny. Who's got my car and where is it? It's not funny. Because I want to get out of here, and now I'm mad. So they did those. No, it was a tough group. It was
terrible.
It never stopped, but the powder in the eyes was a bad one. And you couldn't miss practice, so you're getting it out.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's too late because the powder would sweat right into your face and into your eyes.
God.
Yeah, burn.
What happens if someone did that today?
I don't know how. I'm guessing Mike McDaniel might laugh a little bit. No? I don't know.
Probably not.
Shoes, I don't think so. Shoes was cool with initiation stuff. He liked that because he grew up in a time where
mm-hmm.
where you got to go get food or you get, sing every night. I see him over laughing when rookies are standing up and getting them to sing and stuff like that. He enjoyed that stuff. He thought that was good team camaraderie. But some of the other stuff he didn't like. It wasn't a big. Somebody got strapped. One of the training guys got strapped to the field goal post, and he was strapped up with the tape that you wrap your ankles with. He didn't think that
They
was
tied
fun.
him to the.
They tied him like he couldn't get out. And we went out to practice, and they took his pants down. He was just there basically naked. He had his underwear on. Just humiliated.
These are
no, that's
serious,
me.
Like, this is bordering criminal.
Yeah,
like,
it's mean.
Yeah.
We had a great group.
You tied a guy up naked to the field goal post.
Yeah, because they thought he was ratting a shoe on some stuff.
So that was how they dealt with it?
I don't want to say what his name was because guys out there will remember him.
Goodness, man.
But he was known to be coach's guy and go and they're going, hey, you know who the rat is at Shoes is find out a bunch of stuff when he's getting mad about locker room stuff. And he said the guy's name. And the guys go, we'll take care of it. And one day we went out to practice and he was strapped to the field goal post. Just naked as hell except his undies. Had little white undies on. All right, man. I'm sorry. Jeez. I got
man. That's brutal.
I thought it was normal life back then. I swear. It was crazy. Hey, Drive Chevrolet, built to handle all your needs this weekend. Get out there. Whether it's a busy work week to your weekend adventures, we got 14 dealerships out South Florida. There's a Chevy truck to meet all your needs, midsize, full-size, or a heavy-duty truck. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together this weekend, Colorado, Silverado. Let's drive.
If it's going down, you know we on it. If it's going down, you know we on it. WQAM got Miami sports. Yeah, we run it.
Dolphins OTAs wrap up today. Zach Sealer says, good vibes so far.
Yes.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Island Shop. Over 2,000 Toyotas on sale, one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
I got to tell you, Woody, I missed Mike Florio the last few weeks. I really did, from Pro Football Talk. I've been with him for a long, long time, or he's been with me for a long, long time, and I missed him. And we got to get right to it today here. Good morning, Mike. How you doing, bud?
Well, I just want the record to be clear. I was here. You weren't.
No, I know. No, I know. That's a good
you made
point.
It sound like I ghosted you for the last 2 weeks.
No, it was me. It wasn't you. It sounds like a relationship. It was not. It was not. I messed up. Hey, Mike, I got to tell you, I'm looking at Yahoo last night. You hit it again. It's amazing. I'm here today, but anything can happen. Mike Vrabel's press conference. And by the way, everybody is wondering about Diana Rossini, and is she going to talk? I don't think she talks again, Mike. I think this thing's about ready to slow down. But I get the sense Mike Vrabel's not so sure right now. What do you think?
Well, the way that he uttered that statement, I think his point was none of us know what's going to happen. I don't know that he was necessarily referring to what has become one of the biggest stories of the offseason, but the reality is, if she would choose to tell her story, and surely she's been pursued by mainstream news outlets, excuse me, to do that. If she does that, excuse me, again, we don't know what she's going to say. And when we operate from the starting point that both she and Vrabel lied, and they did, about what those photos from the adult-only resort in Sedona meant. The lie was exposed just a couple of weeks later with the photos from March of 2020 as they were openly canoodling in a public place in New York on the same day the pandemic went haywire. If they weren't being truthful at the first time, it's hard for anything any of them say to have any credibility, but that doesn't stop her from saying whatever she wants to say. She can say whatever she wants to say to try to improve her situation if she chooses to do it. And, hey, look, I don't know what goes on behind the curtain. It's one of the reasons why it goes on behind the curtain. But it's not impossible for her to sign an NDA that would be financed by Vrabel and or the Patriots to never talk publicly about it again. Those aren't uncommon. We hear about NDAs all the time. Some celebrities use them as a standard business practice for anybody who's going to be in a position to know things that they could then use to make the person look bad. So, yeah, someone could pay her not to talk. Somebody could pay her to talk. She could choose to talk in an interview that would land the night before the first game of the regular season. Wouldn't that be something, Joe?
Oh, God. That
Tuesday
would be
night, September 8th, one night before the Patriots face the Seahawks to start the season. There's Oprah and Diana Rossini with Rossini telling the story that who knows what it would be. And this feeds right into Vrabel's quote from the other day, anything can happen.
Mike Vrabel's worst nightmare is that would happen as they get ready to get this season going and think everything's behind them. That would be a wild one. Hey, so we got all this stuff going on college football. The college football thing is, and the U.S. senators are introducing legislation for current issues in college sports, trying to figure this out, the frustration, the Big Ten, the SEC, and everybody having their meetings, Mike, on a lot of things, from eligibility and years to limiting transferring, basically 1 year free agents at a time, trying to control the money, going from pro athletes back to college, which we've seen in the basketball side. Mike, is there any way to at least get a few rules to this and clean this up a little bit? Or is this just going to continue to spin wheels where the NCAA rules one way and the court system rules another?
Here's the fundamental problem. Let's take it back to why we are where we are. We're in this current chaos, which was described by the Georgia president recently as anarchy. We're there because college sports, big time, big money, revenue generating college sports created a system that prevented the players from participating in the revenues that kept growing and growing and growing. And they did it by creating this body known as the NCAA, which creates rules that tie the hands of all the schools. Hey, I'd love to pay you, Jimmy, but the NCAA says we can't. And I'm amazed it took as long as it did. And frankly, I practiced law long enough. I mean, hell, WVU's right up the road. I could have put together a nice little antitrust lawsuit. I mean, it's an antitrust violation. It is a blatant antitrust violation. You have all of these independent universities, which are businesses, which cannot, under the law, come together and fix their labor costs. You can't do it. It's no different than all the fast food restaurants coming together and saying, we're not going to pay anybody more than $15 an hour.
Right.
We're not going to do it. You can't do that. The law prevents it. So that's why we're in a situation now where it seems like every NCAA rule fails. Yeah, because every NCAA rule is an antitrust violation, arguably. So if they're going to fix it, and this is another big picture observation, and we hear this all the time, and a lot of times people say it just to get Congress out of their backyard. Doesn't Congress have anything better to do right now than worry about college sports? College sports doesn't need to be saved. Record revenues were distributed by the Big Ten this past year to the teams. They are not going to go out of business over this. And don't act like there was some great competitive balance before NIL came along. It was just a different way to rig the system in your favor. And Alabama and Clemson were the two teams that were able to do it. Once NIL comes along, the schools that have more money to draw from are suddenly going to take over. That's one of the reasons that Nick Saban got the hell out. He got out because he knew he couldn't rig it anymore in his favor.
Correct.
Period.
Yes, I've been saying that. Yes.
So if there's going to be a solution, I don't want it to come from the government waving a magic wand and giving the various universities and colleges an antitrust exemption and putting these rules in place that the NCAA can no longer put in place directly. What they need to do is create a nationwide bargaining unit. Multi-employer bargaining unit is the legal term. That's what the NFL does. The NFL is 32 different businesses, but they come together with one bargaining unit. They negotiate with the players, and they set the rules, compensation, trades, contracts, draft, everything, and they have an antitrust exemption through a multi-employer bargaining unit. That's how it works. That's what they need to do. That's the solution, but they don't want to do it. You know why they don't want to do it? Because the Nick Sabans of the world don't want to give up the ability to beat the hell out of these guys in practice. They don't want to give up the ability to control the players once they are signed, sealed, and delivered. They don't want to give up the ability to have these voluntary drills that last pretty much all the off season.
Yeah.
I mean, right? They bring them in 6 a.m. and they run them till they puke to keep them in shape. And it's all voluntary, but hey, if you want on the field, you're going to do it. If you have a union, you're going to get what you want, but you're also going to have to give up some stuff you don't want to give up. So they want to have it both ways. They want to have the order that comes from having a unionized workforce because you can set rules that apply to all the employees, but they don't want the obligations that would flow from collective bargaining because the union that represents all of the college football players would say, okay, we know what you want. Here's what we want. They're trying to avoid that. And it's so obvious to me. And of course, they don't want to make that obvious. Everything gets framed as an existential threat nowadays. Have you noticed that? Like anytime somebody wants something, the argument is, if you don't give me what we want, then college football will cease to exist. If we don't do this, then some horrible thing is going to happen that's going to threaten our very existence. And it's BS. It's just the way people try to get what they want. And I don't buy it. And I hope the federal government doesn't do it. And I don't care that it's bipartisan. Just because it's bipartisan doesn't make it right. I think it's wrong. I think the schools should have to clean up their own mess. They should not be able to go to the federal government and basically say, hey, we had a corrupt system in place for decades. It's finally blown up in our faces. We don't want to do what we have to do to clean it up, so will you clean it up for us?
Yeah. The other side of this is, you've heard this, the Big Ten and SEC talking about, well, maybe we'll just break away from everybody else and do our own thing. We've got money. And I just like, okay, that answer, that takes care of everything. What about everybody else that you play and that's involved in this? It's just we got a lot of work ahead, Mike. Joe,
that's exactly what would happen if the NFL lost its broadcast antitrust exemption. That's the other political issue that's been on the front burner for much of the offseason. As the NFL tries to grab more money from the networks, Rupert Murdoch, the ultimate owner of News Corp, which owns Fox, he's been agitating in D.C., whether it's the FCC, the DOJ,
right,
the president, And if the NFL would lose its antitrust exemption, you would have this same thing play out where the Cowboys would sell their home games and make billions more than the Jaguars would make. And so you would have the NFL potentially break into multiple leagues at some point. And look, oh, well, the SEC may leave the NCAA. That's all the more reason for the colleges to come together and fix this themselves. There doesn't need to be a congressional solution. They should be expected, these businesses should be expected to come together and fix it themselves. They broke it. Now they need to fix it.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I got to ask you, we've been going through this leadership thing. We got OTAs and we got this young team. Hafley, our head coach, has just been unbelievable with some of the stuff that he has said and ways handled this for a first-time NFL head coach. I don't know what it's going to look like during the season, but you talk about kind of saying all the right things and talking about leadership, and I'm the leader right now, and we'll develop some leaders. We have some on the team. Our GM and head coach, man, it's been very refreshing for all the dysfunctional things that have taken place around here through the past years.
And I think the key for the fan base this year is patience. Don't expect the thing to turn around immediately because Chris Greer left a cap mess, as evidenced by the Tua Tagovailoa contract, the aftermath of it, the $99.2 million in dead money they're going to have to eat over the next 2 years. It's going to take some time to build this back, but they have the right attitude. They're completely aligned. There's no daylight between John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley. And this is the kind of functionality that the Dolphins have lacked during Stephen Ross's time as the owner of the team. So there's reason to be optimistic. That doesn't mean there's reason to be unrealistic about what the Dolphins will be this year, but they are in a better place because they're addressing the culture. They're bringing in the players that the GM believes the coach wants. The coach wants the players. They're going to develop the players that they think they need. And it's the right attitude. And when you remove that dysfunction, when you take off the table the possibility that when adversity strikes, because it always does, the coach is going to point the finger at the GM and the GM is going to point the finger at the coach. That's not good for anybody. And there was a time in Miami when it was Philbin and Jeff Ireland and Don Aponte, you got three different people pointing fingers at each other. You got James Jones going on. You got Stephen Ross not there to clunk people's heads together and work things out. You don't want that. You want the coach and the GM on the same page at all time. And once you have that, that sets the foundation for good things to happen.
Before I let you go, I just we're paying $53 million minus whatever the Falcons are paying too. I just want to give you a little Tua to leave you with here.
I have a 3-year-old who's going to be 4, and I have a 2-year-old boy and girl. I think it's the best, man. I think it's the best. I think that's my first job, and I'm a part-time football player. You know, I'm just glad I still get to live my dream out and be able to play. So blessed, but it's the best, man.
I just want to get that part-time football player in there. I know he's joking. I know it didn't come out the right way. What would you think of part-time quarterback?
Well, this is his opportunity to turn his career around. It's going to go one way or the other. He's either going to be a backup for the rest of his career, or he's going to do enough this year to lay the foundation to be the starter in Atlanta next year and beyond, or somewhere else. This is a key year for him. Tua and Kyler Murray are in the exact same situation. They're getting a bunch of money from their last team. They're getting the NFL minimum, $1.3 million from their current team. This is an opportunity to turn your career around. We saw Russell Wilson get that opportunity in Pittsburgh in 2024, and it got him an opportunity with the Giants last year, and that didn't work out. Where's Russell Wilson right now?
Yeah,
nowhere.
By the way, it's set up. He's in a pretty good situation. I agree. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good team, and it's got some weapons. And there's some things set up for him to be the starting quarterback. Heck, he's competing against a guy that's coming off his third ACL. So I'm with you.
And
on that
a lot of indoor games.
And
a lot of games. You don't have to worry about the elements.
That's a great
point. That's the biggest thing for the Dolphins to get past. And I really do think, Sims and I have talked about this before, you know, if the quarterback can't function in cold weather, the rest of the team has no chance.
Correct.
The quarterback has to be able to function in all elements because then he can demand that everyone else shut up and deal with it.
Yeah.
And so he's in a spot where he's not going to have to do that this year.
Mike, thank you. Really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Great to be with you, bud. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. See you.
All right. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk joining us this morning, talk a little bit about that. Hey, Dave Hyde from the Sun Sentinel going to join us next.
Text WQAM on the Kenzel Toyota text line at 305-567-0560. Kenzel Toyota, #1 in the 305 by making you #1 with their best-selling Toyota car.
have, but yeah,
Well, that's
it's a
true.
little bit like that. It's a little
Playing a
bit like,
role.
really?
Yeah, we've heard all the lines before, and God bless him. I wish him good luck in Atlanta, but I'm really happy we're not hearing stuff like that again, all over again.
How would you like $53 million to be part-time? Like as you know, by the way, covering Greasy, covering Marino, covering Strzok, like those guys spend more time in the building than anybody. By the way, if your quarterback is not spending like probably half, 50 hours more than you every week, just about. I mean, they're there all the time. And he's a part-timer.
And part of that leading also is what you talk about. And look, I get it. Everybody has a family, and nobody's out of perspective to the point that they're thinking the job's bigger than the family. But when you're the quarterback, when you're a coach, you don't sit there and constantly talk about your family. I mean, we get that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, listen, that's enough. I thought we had a right to talk about it since we're spending $53 million. We're paying the tab up there for Atlanta to have a quarterback. Hey, so anyway, we've got other stuff. You were at practice, and I was curious. It wasn't pretty offensively. The passing game did not look good. I know they didn't run the ball, and I know it wasn't live, but so what's your take? Do we have enough? And by the way, I see guys writing about Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is going to be fine, but do we have enough at receiver for him to have success, which is one of the original questions?
Certainly not in May practices. They didn't have enough to have success because it really wasn't a good look. Look, when they signed Malik Willis, I went, and I never do this, but he only played 4 games last year, and I went and watched those games. I thought, my God, he's as good as any quarterback I've seen. And then I looked, his rating was 145 in those games.
Yeah, it was
so
crazy.
I'm not going to get too, think about too much about a May practice. But to your point, everybody knows they couldn't fill the holes when they're playing with a salary cap that's about 50% of the rest of the league. And so receivers, one of those places that got left out. And they have a sort of a America's Got Talent cattle call to see who can play receiver, and we'll see if anybody steps up. But to your point, it wasn't a good practice for the offense.
Well, when Chris Bell gets back, I think it's going to look a lot better from Louisville, because he was you saw him against UM.
I love that. Yeah, he dominated the University of Miami in that game, and no receivers really, not many guys that could do that to that defense.
Yeah, so I do see down the road, but again, I don't know. I think he's going to play in the second half of the season, but I'm not supposed to play a doctor in the morning. But yeah, I'm just curious if we have enough, and if Bobby Slowick can figure out how to get the most out of this group to get. I'll say one thing: Malik Willis got a cannon for an arm. My God, he can throw in a tight window now. Yeah. So we just got to find out if he's got some guys who can get separation and get open and then hold on to the football and the rest of it. Hey, the other side of the ball is also, and again, I'm not reading into a handful of OTA practices. I should start with that. But are you concerned just from what we have with the pass rush and all the things on the outside containing the run?
What pass rush? Yeah. What? Again, we're going to see these rookies, because a couple of them are kind of interesting, have a chance. That's the thing about everybody's got a chance on this team. 1-year contracts, a lot of rookies. That's the right way to go for what they had to do this year. But the question becomes, can anybody step forward? Because they really don't have anybody who you look at the edge and say, okay, that's a guy they can count on for 8 sacks this year.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's going to be a great opportunity either for some of these guys to get their careers going again, or it's going to be a chance for some young guys to just get off to a great start, some rookie free agents, some guys they drafted, and the whole deal. Hey, we talked earlier. You had a couple articles on it, and I was reminded of it. Messi going to a 6th World Cup. which is unbelievable. You think 24 years of going to the biggest sporting event that we have in the world is pretty friggin' amazing that he's going again. And by the way, I give him credit. I don't know where he's still really good in the MLS, and I'm not saying he'd be tearing up the La Liga or he'd be tearing up, any of the other big leagues over there in Europe, but he's been great here. I got educated this morning by All Day Dan Day about some of this stuff, and I guess it's all been taken care of. But I got to tell you, the one thing that bothers me, and sometimes I don't let things go, as you know, being around me, he can't talk to the local media a little bit. Is he that big that you can't talk? And forget the Spanish speaking I'm talking about. People that cover him every day, go out there every day. He can't give them 5 friggin' minutes to talk.
Yeah, it is a little weird in that my question always with the MLS was, okay, are they going to become Americanized and become a team like we treat sports in America? And part of that's talking to the media. Or are they going to be like the Europeans where players just don't talk?
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously what's happened is they're just doing what they've done their whole careers. And so it is weird to have here's my question. When Messi has raised the platform of MLS, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, in a great way.
No question, yes.
It's been a great success for the MLS.
Yes.
He's taken over America's soccer and taken that to a different platform. What he hasn't done is taken American sports, because he's hit the soccer world and won that in a big way. But the casual sports fan isn't talking about MLS or Messi. The NFL fan isn't being drawn into it at all, and part of that is you get that ESPN clip, you get that guy talking, you get to see his personality, and that's how it's done in America. And it doesn't matter to him, obviously. They couldn't have asked for anything better, really.
Nope,
but
I agree.
For the MLS as a whole, their strategy is, okay, we're going to be huge in the soccer world, and they are. I saw that Inter Miami jerseys are 5th in the world. Like Barcelona's first, and Real Madrid or Bayern is second, or it's up there with those.
And they're up with the big boys. Yeah,
it's great. But maybe just on talk. I see on his commercials he never talks. There's the one with Marino from the Super Bowl and another one out now for the World Cup, and he kicks a soccer ball or watches or whatever, but he doesn't talk. So maybe that's just his way.
Hey, Giannis, we're getting closer, man, to finding out.
Yeah,
I've talked to everybody about this, and we got a chance, but there's teams that can put other better offers together. What do you think happens here, Dave?
It's all on Giannis to me. What does he want to do? Because he's got to force his way here if he wants to come. I look at the packages, and I'm like at the trade deadline, I wrote, I just don't see how the Heat have a package that, if you're a Milwaukee fan, you're getting Tyler Hero and Khalil Weir and some number ones and a couple other players. But it's like Heat fan. Were you excited about this Heat team? And basically, Pat Riley, I'm sure, is laying the roster out and saying, okay, take whoever you want except Bam.
Yeah.
And people say, well, trade Bam. Well, if they trade Bam, why would Giannis want to come here? He's coming to an expansion team.
Right.
So they need to keep Bam. But for that trade to happen, I think Giannis has to say, look, I got 1 year left on my contract. I'm only going to sign an extension with the Heat, or because that's where I want to go. And that's sort of, I think, step one for this trade to work.
Dave, final question for you, and I'll let you go. It's going to start heating up here. We saw some stuff on it going back and forth in baseball right now, and trying to get a new agreement. Those guys don't want to cave into the salary cap thing. So what do you think happens, and the numbers? And so I heard this because the numbers came out yesterday. Can we get up are we willing to spend even to the minimum of what it would be if for some crazy reason, I don't think it's going to happen, they agreed to that?
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, the owners are the one who put out these numbers. They wouldn't have felt comfortable with paying them. And it's about $100 million more for the Marlins.
They'd have
payroll.
to pay $100 million more on top of what they're paying now. Yes.
Right. So they're paying like 80 now, 79, something like that. So, yeah, look, talking to people in the Marlins and around the Marlins, Bruce Sherman is worth $3 billion, not the half that people are talking, or even less than $1 billion.
Yeah, I used to say 600 million, and poor owners shouldn't be in. So I know he didn't like that.
So what I'm told, to throw that out the window. The Marlins aren't spending because Sherman doesn't have the money. They're not spending because they're waiting for exactly this moment when the floor's put in, and they're trying to build with young guys now to see who they got before they go out and spend. So we'll see. I just don't think there'll be a season next year if